after encountering some fairly hostile centaurs along the way to Lockmore. Ventus Merryway's daughter Mara was kidnapped, thankfully to the very quick actions of the strangers. Mara was able to return to her father unharmed. Fortunately, the battle has taken a toll. How will they spend the rest of their time before they return or arrive to Lockmore? And we are going to begin right where we left off. Beric just walks out of one of the yurts as he's claiming some of the items that you have all acquired. He takes a look and notices both Smallbross and Fulner. Shit, you two look like you've seen better days.
I've definitely felt better.
Yes. Whatever our conversation from earlier about teamwork and not running right into the middle of things.
You survived, didn't you?
Barely.
Our victory was assured.
Don't say Tempest. Don't, no.
You guys feel the cool wind that's breezing through this small, trodden camp that has just recently been set up. The timber, with barely any leaves on the trees, leaves a nice, clear line of sight to all the trails that were recently created by the movement of the centaurs through this location. Beric seems to have readied himself as he throws his bag over his shoulder. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the cause.
Yeah, let's head back.
We got Mara, right?
I got the rope, yes.
Yeah. You're quiet, friend Gordon.
I didn't know that you guys were going to be so beat up by the time I got back. I'm sorry.
Hey, listen, in my book, all of you can hold your own in a fight. Well enough. Most people won't stand more than a few minutes against a centaur. You walked right into a whole fucking camp of them. Also, why this camp is even here is, well, question for another time.
Yes, let's get back.
So we move back to the camp, I guess.
All right. Party lagging a little behind, slumping from their wounds in the encounter, make their way through the dead thicket on their way back to the main road. Upon arrival, you see that Fentis is sitting atop the cart. He seems to be comforting Mara, who's in a state of hysterics. She seems to be constantly sobbing, while her brother Jendel seems to be almost in a state of ballistic frenzy, uncontrollably crying. Almost the type of crying where young children do when they don't really know why they're crying. They're just doing it because of the state of everyone.
Well, we got your daughter back.
Maybe we should set up camp.
Fentis looks directly down towards you as he's comforting Mara. Yes, you did, and I owe you all greatly. You look like you have all... Well,
Got an arrow through my waist. Yes, it hurts a lot.
I swear I didn't know that this type of attacks were frequent. Barrick, you said that this is normal. This is... Besides for gnolls... Yeah, this is uncommon. This doesn't make any sense. Once we get to Lockmore, we might be able to find out a little bit more about this, but right now I think we need to move.
Well, I'm not walking. I won't get into the in the wagon.
Yeah, I'll probably climb up there too.
I'm gonna go up to Small Ross and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds a little too on him.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Barrick.
15.
Is this something we're going to have to worry about for the rest of the travel?
We need to find a place that we can set up camp. It's still early in the day. We got daylight. This was an ambush. I can't promise this won't happen again, but we need to make sure that we camp somewhere we're safe. I can go up ahead, look for a cave, something that centaurs aren't going to go snooping about.
Well, Horador, what is it? Horn God, or what do they worship? Fuck him. I bring out the necklace. Fentis, you make anything out of this?
As he's comforting Mara, he looks towards it. No, I've never seen anything like that. But I assure you, we are going to... I am going to get to the bottom of this when we get to Lockmore.
Oh, great. And I kind of lean back into the hay.
Barrett gets up on his horse. Who here knows how to ride?
Oh,
Who here is healthy and can ride a horse?
I think.
well, I'm sure Loudon could probably turn into a horse.
It depends. What are we riding the horse for?
I'm gonna take one horse, my horse. I'm gonna go a few kilometers forward. Keep an eye out. If I see anything, ambushes, I'll come back. I want someone else on a horse in case there's troubles.
I don't think I can turn into a horse again, but I can try to ride. I think I'm the only one who wasn't hurt in that.
Can you
I'm
ride?
feeling pretty fine right now.
Oh, can you ride the horse?
Yeah.
Okay, then you should probably do it.
Barrick moves over, gets off of his horse, and he undoes the cart of one of their horses. All right, Jezebel. You take her. I'll move forward. If I find a place where we can stop and rest, I'll come back.
We're just gonna be back here sleeping. If there's another fight, let me know. I need to sleep.
Barrick gets back onto his horse.
I'm also going to take a breather.
He rides off down the road.
I don't think he's coming back.
Oh, well, it'd be a smart idea.
Mm-hmm.
Fentis looks down. Don't say that. He kind of like eyeballs towards his children.
Oh, it's fine. We're still here, so...
I mean, she literally just almost got boiled to death, so there's probably not much more that she can worry about than that.
Oh, that's right. Everything's fine. It's great.
It's not. It's not fine.
All right.
Keep your eyes open.
And you notice Fentis sort of whips the single horse. Cart's moving definitely slower now, but the cart, it's not a very large cart. The horse still able to pull it. Just a slower pace.
Well, at least I got a nice, pretty little ring out of it, so... Oh.
I'm gonna hop on the other horse.
Okay. How do you want to follow, or do you want to stay in front?
I'm gonna stay in the back.
Okay.
I'll get in the cart.
Okay. Small Ross and Faulkner, are you two of you attempting
I'm in the
to...
back of the cart.
Yeah, I think.
All right,
Yeah.
you two attempting to sleep? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Trying to rest? Okay. Gaz, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna kind of get into my meditative state and rest.
All right, and Lavende?
I'm going to like take a short rest just to relax.
Okay. Cart moves for some time. You watch as the sun begins to sink as it gets closer to dark. However, it's not quite. It's probably evening at this moment. For you hear the sound of hoofs thundering from up ahead.
Multiple hooves. Hooves.
Give me a reception check.
Do people resting need to roll perception? Or can they?
4.
Nope.
Okay.
I'm so fucking good at this game.
4?
Yeah.
Sounds like 1. You hear, wow. You hear Fentis sort of, Jezebel?
What?
Do you hear that?
Yes.
Perhaps you could go up front and see what that is.
Fine. What is the terrain like here on the path? Is it flat land?
So
or...
right now you guys are in a relatively, I would say, bluff-like terrain. There is flatlands, but you have been going up and down, dips of valleys, slight mounds. However, the terrain, the grassland, it's rather wilted. It's rather dead. It's been cold the last few nights.
So we're not in a foresty area. It's just
No,
all flat.
it's not all flat. There is woods around you. It's just in patches.
Okay. So is there enough cover for me to go off the path up ahead through the woods to check it out, or?
You probably could if you want to give me an animal handling.
4 again. What the fuck? No, I don't.
Is that 4 altogether?
4.
Okay.
Have fun, boys.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a bumpy ride. Horse bucks and tosses you as you move through. It's been a while since you've been on the mainland, especially it's been a while since you've been on a horse. It's not a comfortable ride for you. Go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
It's on this table tonight. What have you done?
It's a natural 1.
So 7.
Okay, 7. You, horse takes a nice dip into a hole. As it does, it arcs its back and bucks. You end up flying off.
Oh. God damn it.
You
No. Literally taking damage trying to ride a fucking horse.
take 1 point of damage.
Cool. Such a good start. Such a good start tonight.
I should have rolled it.
However, as you hit the ground and you slam against the twigs and dead branches on the ground, the horse doesn't run and flee.
Oh, okay. Well, you should give me that.
It sort of circles itself around and kind of just stares at you.
Alright, I'm gonna stand up and grab it and hop back on.
Okay. As you do, you can see with your passive perception up ahead, you can get a good line of sight on where these hoofs are coming from. and you can see Barrick riding towards the cart from the main road.
So just him.
It's just him. He seems to be trotting. He's not going in a fast speed, but you can tell he's slowed down.
I'm gonna hop back on the horse and I'm gonna attempt to ride the horse over to meet him.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another animal handling.
8.
Okay.
And my fucking internet isn't working for some reason, so now I don't have a character sheet.
You tried.
You get back up on the horse, make your way over to the road.
There you go.
As you make your way up, you can see Barrick slows his horse as he sees you exit. The horse is panting, heavy. You can see its breath exiting from its nostrils. How's it going?
It was fine last time I checked.
Alright. 2 things. I did find a cave, and something weird up ahead. Bodies, corpses, gnolls. In the road. Doesn't look right. Might be the centaurs. Not sure though. I'm gonna ride back up ahead. Wait for you all there.
Alright. I'll turn around and head back to the cart.
Okay. He turns, heads back. Head down the trail. As you make your way back to the cart, Fentis looks at you. Everything fine?
No, apparently there's a mountain of gnoll corpses ahead in the trail, so got that to look forward to.
Okay. Sort of gives a very unmet smile as he continues to move forward, sort of trying to ignore what you just said.
You know, I'm beginning to think maybe you shouldn't have brought 2 fucking children along on this.
As he looks towards you, I didn't think we would have this sort of problem on the road.
I didn't think I'd be babysitting, but here we are.
I'm sorry, I can revoke the 10,000 gold that I'm offering for you to do this. That's what I thought. And he continues forward. Doesn't take you all very long before you reach Barrick, center of the road. You, Jezebel, can see, looks like 3 bodies, large gnolls. You see that they are wearing like rusted rivets of metal scrap, chainmail, stitched leather. You can see their bodies are adorned with multiple grisly trophies from their kills. However, they themselves look to be rather punished. Their bodies are mutilated, almost beyond recognition. If Barrick didn't tell you they were gnolls, it would take you a second to realize it. Ventus slows the cart as you approach. What is this, Barrick? What are we doing? I want to point this out. These gnolls, they've been dead for about a day. Not sure what killed them. Might be the centaurs that moved through. Might be something else. Whatever did it, though, did it with some real hate. I mean, they're chalked up. So, either way, I found a cave. I can lead the cart to it. Jezebel, if you want to get your horse, put it back on the cart so we can pull it through this.
I'll get back up.
You guys take the time, hook the horse back up to the cart. Pull it down. Begin following Barrick through the woods. During this time, you can hear the sound of the wheels moving through snapping sticks, crushing the brush. As the wagon finally stops, see at least Jezebel, everyone else is asleep. You notice the mouth opening of this cave. It's rather large. You could probably easily fit the cart underneath the opening of the mouth. In fact, you actually notice that that is exactly what Ventus does. He pulls it right up into the mouth of this cave. It's a huge, overlapping expanse of rock face. It's covered with roots and dead vines. As he gets off, you notice he pulls off his daughter and his son. Barrick looks towards everyone, or looks towards Jezebel. I'm going to see how deep the cave goes. Make sure there's nothing living or sleeping in here. I'll be right back. Barrick turns and goes into the darkness.
I'm assuming we would have woken up, like, with all, like, the bumping and stuff like that.
Would you have? Or what's your exhaustion at?
Pretty exhausted.
What's your exhaustion at?
3.
Okay, so you, did you want to wake up?
Well, I'm sure if, like, that, yeah.
Give me a con save of 15.
Did not get it.
Okay, you slept through it. You were exhausted. In fact,
All right.
Anyone else that wants to go ahead and do that, what's your exhaustion at?
Mine's at 2, but I'm
Yeah.
not getting up anytime
Okay.
soon until my medicine state's over with.
So I have a choice to do.
You have a choice.
I would want to stay asleep.
Okay.
I can get up.
You get up. You wake up from it.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I'll get up.
You wake up to see this event happen as well.
Where are we at?
Just waiting for Barrick to come back. Make sure nothing's going on up ahead.
Do you know if we're staying here?
Until he gets back, I don't know.
I'm going to go look around a little bit outside. If that's okay. I mean, you can come with me if you want, but I'm just going to look around.
Go for it.
I'm going to go, like, kind of patrol a little bit out, maybe a couple yards out around the area.
The mouth of the cave.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me. You either do survival or investigation, whatever.
And
What are you
there's-
actually trying to do? What are you looking
Just see if there's anything that we need to worry about. I don't know if he searched the area, if there are any monsters that we have
for? Okay,
to...
so you can choose survival or investigation, whichever one.
And is this considered forest outside?
Yeah, this would be
so-
forest.
okay, let me get the advantage on that. For survival, I believe.
Okay.
So what the hell? It is on this side tonight. That's a 12.
12?
Yes.
All right. As you walk around the opening of the cave, you're looking for patterns. In fact, interesting enough, you actually see there a lack of. There doesn't seem to be any animal tracks. Doesn't seem to be any
Anything indicating like
normal, which you actually find is to be unusual, simply because winter's going to be here soon, and
Yeah.
this would be a good cave for potentially a bear.
yeah.
But however, you don't see any signs of life.
That is very odd. Just gonna look around and then head back.
Okay. As you head back, you can see Barrick quickly approaching from, or exiting the darkness of the cave. As he does, he looks towards everyone. So, cave goes all the way back, maybe about 50 yards. There's a stream, but it goes underneath rock. There's nothing in there, it's empty.
It's empty.
Yeah, it's empty. There's nothing in there. There's
It's
some old signs of a animal den, but looks like it hasn't been used in years.
I don't know if you checked around, but I did a little outside just a little bit out, and it looks like there's not really any animals that have been here. It's about to be cold. Do you think?
Yeah, it's strange.
Do you think we should keep an eye out, keep watch outside?
Yeah.
I think that'd be good, especially with everybody hurt. I think that'd be really good.
I'm gonna get a small fire going and listen. I don't know how your friends are doing, but this is bad.
I agree.
If we get hit again, I don't know if we're gonna make it.
Next time I want to run. I didn't know. I feel really bad for leaving them and then coming back and seeing them like that. I felt really bad. They're my friends. So I don't want to leave them again.
If they show up again, we don't have a chance of running. We're gonna have to fight.
Then we'll fight. Then I'll fight.
Tend to your friends. I'm gonna build a fire.
Then I'll walk back in. I'm assuming I'll see these three asleep.
Yeah.
Still. Do you know, Jezebel? Do you know how long was I asleep?
How long was he asleep?
You'd probably guess maybe 3-4 hours.
A few hours. Why?
Oh, I was just wondering. I mean, I don't even... we must have been going a while to find this cave. Just want to say, we need to be on guard. There's no animals around here. No signs, so it's kind of weird considering. So, this time I'm going to be here for whatever happens.
You sure about that? Because I wouldn't blame you if you just left.
I think most people would have been in worse situations by myself, and I probably would be easy, but I felt really bad.
Don't.
It's hard not to. I've seen horrible things happen to people, and some people don't deserve it. You just try to help the girl. Because you have to.
To be fair, she was kind of a brat.
I agree. But maybe this will help her. I was kind of a brat myself, to be fair. But I'm going to just keep a watch on the outside for a little bit. When I point back while they're sleeping, I don't think they're going to get up anytime soon.
Well, I suppose I can go with you.
Alright, then I'm going to go, just kind of
Okay.
sit out, right at the edge of the cave, kind of.
As you're doing this, you can hear the sounds of Fentis, his children. Barrick has built a small fire. Definitely not one large enough to create any sort of problems with smoke in the small confined space.
Mm-hmm.
However, Fentis leaves his children, begins grabbing some traveling gear, undoing some bedrolls, letting Jendel and Mara lay down. After this, you see that he seems to be in discussion with Barrick about the situation, as Jezebel follows you outside. How long do you guys want to stay out there?
As long as I can, I suppose.
Okay. You guys watch as the last bit of light, a few hours, you stand towards the mouth of the cave, seeing the sun disappear through the tree line, watching the stars emerge. The cool wind blows through these trees. You can feel that briskness, like winter's kiss is just around the corner. Plumes of your breath begin to show. Jezebel's green glowing eye seems to be the only light near you. That's when both of you hear a snap. Footsteps.
Looking towards where they're coming from.
Okay. Both of you give me a perception check.
Oh, there we go.
8.
I think I got. Hold on. Sorry, I was on the wrong page. That is an unnatural 20.
I mean, at least it's not one.
An unnatural 20?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have dark vision?
I do not. No.
Okay. You look into this tree line as you hear the snaps. You realize they're not footsteps. Whatever this is, it's quadruped. It's heavy. You start looking for the telltale sign of a centaur when you spot it. Outline of a horse body. And a humanoid. You see it seems to be moving directly towards the cave entrance, slowly.
I'm going to try to, with my bow out, try to hide somewhere, like, not at the mouth, but not, like, to be seen where I can still see. If that makes
Right
sense.
now, it's impressive that you were even able to see it right now. Just standing in the darkness, eyes must have just acclimated to the dark as much as you can. And Jezebel, what did you get on your... 8. You hear it, audibly hear it. You can definitely tell it's getting close. You just don't see what Lavende sees, even though you have your ability to see in the dark. You get in position.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, just Jezebel, get to the side. Something's coming.
What side?
The opposite side of where I'm at right now. As I'm just watching, like, the silhouette. I'm assuming it's like a silhouette to me.
It's
like,
coming closer.
Yeah.
And if it's got maybe about another... right now, it's within shot. You could take a shot.
Mm-hmm.
If it keeps moving forward, it's gonna discover the cave.
I don't know if he's bad or good. That's the problem. I don't want to shoot him if he's a good centaur. I don't know if that's a thing, but I don't want to just shoot him.
What would you like to do?
Can I just...
It's getting closer.
Can I... I'm just going to... gotta take a shot at it's, like, not hit it, but, like...
Oh, you monster.
Not, I'm gonna, like, warning shot, you know? Like, at its feet, if that makes sense.
Warning shot. Okay.
Like, so I'm not trying to hit it, I'm just trying to, like... And then
Still need to give me a roll.
Yeah.
So go ahead and give me a roll.
Hit it.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Definitely hit that ground.
Well, whatever it was, you killed it. I like it.
I don't know how...
So you were aiming for the ground.
Yeah, I was aiming for the ground. So, like, if we're gonna do a natural 20, can we be, like, between the legs? You know what I mean? Like, if it feels it.
Okay.
But it's like, oh, my wiener. You know what I mean?
You fire, and you land it perfectly right between. Pinpoint accuracy. You see the silhouette stop. You hear the sound of a weapon unsheath. It begins to turn. It's almost like it's looking in the darkness where it's at.
Isabel, I don't know what to do. I stalled it for a minute. What do I do?
Do I even know what's happening? Can I hear it coming still?
Yeah, you can hear it.
It's like another it looks like a centaur.
You can give me another perception check if you like.
7.
Okay.
Oof.
Just, it seems to be where you're standing. You can't get a line of sight on it. You can only, you can just see the parts of the horse body.
Here's the plan. I'm just gonna start blasting.
Don't.
Yes.
It begins to pick up, and it's starting to move now directly in your guys' line of
Can I roll
sight.
perception again now it's coming closer?
Yes, it actually breaks the tree line now.
6.
A 6.
I'm gonna be like Barrett.
Respect. Okay.
I'm gonna be like Barrett. Sorry, Mike. Barrick.
Barrick moves over. You can hear Barrick unsheath his sword, and he stands his ground like, "What are you doing?"
There's a centaur coming. It looks like.
Shoot it then.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot then.
Roll then.
I really don't want to. Got a natural 1.
Okay.
Stay the fuck away from me.
You got a natural one.
Look out, small bros.
There's literally nobody in front of me. There's nobody in front of me but him.
You fire into the darkness. Because of that, fortunately, you couldn't quite see what you were aiming at. You hear the arrow stick into a tree. You stand there in shock and awe as this creature breaks its way through the tree line, sword in hand. And as it breaks through the tree line, at this point, what's your passive perception, Jezebel? You don't have. That's impossible.
Yeah.
No, you're passive.
Oh my.
Passive, yeah.
Yeah,
It has to be a minimum of 10.
Under senses.
Yeah. The first, yep, that one. So, go down.
10.
Okay. With that, you actually see it first as the figure coming out. You notice it's Barry on a horse. And Barry is standing with the sword out, goes like, "Who's trying to shoot me? Show yourselves!"
I'm gonna slowly point.
Well,
Lavender.
Day, you almost shot me with an arrow twice!
maybe you shouldn't just write up like that.
Right up like what?
You look like a centaur. We just fought them.
I'm on a horse!
I can't see in the darkness, you dummy.
What are you doing here?
He starts riding up. I'm following you, Jez, remember? You all went to go talk to those blokes there for Fantasy's kid, and I told Barrack that I was going to get supplies and not to leave without me, and I came back and you all gone.
Well, this is awkward.
Barrack comes out like, "Yeah, I didn't. That was my bad."
Maybe we should get them handies.
It's alright, though. I went ahead and got myself some nice supplies for the trip. And, where's everyone at? Why is everyone,
Maybe you should get in the cave. You're making a lot of noise.
Yeah, maybe keep your voice down a little bit.
Oh, is this... It has something to do with those boardies out there on the road.
The what?
The boardies out there on the road.
What are the boardies?
That's what I'm saying, mate. The boardies out there on the road.
What is out in the road?
Bodies.
Oh, bodies. Oh,
See, I'm on the same page. I thought he was saying boardies.
that was
I
what I
thought that
said.
was some sort of weird game term, but no, he means bodies.
What do you mean, Jezebel? You know how I talk.
Yeah, sure.
What bodies are out there? What happened while we were asleep?
There's some no bodies up ahead.
He gets off his horse, brings it over. You see him tie it to the cart. Well, I am exhausted, but it has been just a lovely trip through the countryside. Nice and brisk.
Wow, I'm glad you enjoyed it, because things are about to get not so pleasant.
You notice that the one thing he bought, he has a big, large, padded, looks like a winter coat or winterized coat. He seems to be wearing some riding gloves. He's a little bit more dressed up than he was before, although his pants are still just raggedy trousers with some rather water-worn leather sodden boots. Makes his way over into the cave, and as he does, he passes the cart, looks inside, and sees Kaz falling there in Smallvross. Oh my god! Oh my god, is he dead?
Nobody's dead, luckily.
Oh, he looks dead. Look at him. He's all cut open and not... Hey, you. You all right there?
Poking. He's poking him.
Would I wake up?
You can roll if you want to.
Don't. You're gonna fucking kill him.
15. No. 16.
Yeah, you feel someone poking you. Okay, he is alive.
I told you.
Yeah, he didn't look like he was breathing.
We sort of got attacked by centaurs. That's why I shot at you. In the dark, you look,
Oh, well, I guess that does make some sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Does anyone need some food?
I think we all need some food.
Really? Down.
Let's just take the food. Who knows what'll happen.
He moves over
later.
towards the camp. Oh, hey there, Barrick. And Fentis. Barrick looks towards him. Great. You got up. Fentis. Hello there. What was it again? Oh, it was Barry. Barry. All right, very well. Well, welcome to the fire, Barry. Glad of you to join us. Barrick, at this point, I feel like it's not, this is more of a blessing. This is another person who is relatively healthy at the moment and can help us. Yeah. Right. You notice that Barry begins to take out his food, begins sharing it with Fentis. Barrick.
So you said there's nothing else in the cave, just water? Like a little...
You talking to me or Barrick?
Barrack. Sorry, I should have specified.
Yeah, like I said, it goes back about 50 yards and then looks like there's a stream runs under the rock face. Small stream.
Should we get water while we're here? Do you think that's a thing we should do? I mean...
I suppose I'd...
Is it enough to get water?
Yeah, we could roll around and fill up some skins with it.
I need to get away from these people anyway.
How dark is the cave going in?
It's dark, it's pitch black. In fact, now that you think about that, it's odd that Barrick was able to do that.
I didn't even think about that until just now.
Because Barrick didn't relight a torch on his way in.
Yeah, because that would... I'm gonna look at Jezebel and look at the cave, how dark it is. I'm gonna take out the water skin that I have. Do you think you can go fill mine? I can't see. So...
I'll be right back.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go in to fill it up.
Okay.
And mine. Nobody else's.
Yeah.
Oh, the music changed. I'm turning back around. I don't want water anymore. Change my mind.
His face.
You walk in with both your water skin and Lavenda's. Hear the sound of water dripping, creating a subtle earthen echo throughout this small cavern. The slight bend, little squeeze you have to turn through before you start hearing the sound of the water running, dripping. You find this stream is actually coming from above. You see it dripping down the rock face, and as it's dripping down this rock face, it seems to follow the downward slope of the cavernous floor into the wall. You actually watch it sort of drain into it.
Filled up.
Yeah, you
And
fill
then both of them.
you fill both of them up,
And
and you
then pop them close, and I'm gonna go back out.
all right, you make your way back.
Alright, Lavender, here.
Thank you.
You gonna sell me for that?
Yeah. I'll try to figure out a way to pay you back, I think. We're not going to address Barrick. You went in there. How? I don't want to say anything, but...
What do you mean?
Well, I didn't go in there because I can't see in the dark.
Because I'm a blackguard.
Oh, you can do that? I don't know what the blackguard is.
Fentis speaks up. A blackguard is someone who was once a paladin. Someone that has fallen from the grace of that. Yeah, they still have some spells.
Oh, that makes sense. It seems like it's a...
Oathbreaker is another word they call us.
I never really dealt with a lot of paladins, so I'm sure you had your reasons. I don't know how that works, to be honest with you.
how it works. So when you're very young, you go to a war college. They tell you, mind you, speaking about Tempest here.
Some would say Tempest.
Then you are sort of awake.
They teach you that battle, war, is the natural chaos of society. Which I believe is true to an extent. But I don't believe in. I don't believe in unnecessary slaughter. It was a skirmish I was in. Three weeks, we were in trenches. Had war mages on the field. They were dropping spells on top of us. We couldn't close the gap. Have you ever dealt with magical artillery?
No, not really.
You watch men you woke up with, men you ate breakfast with, and you watch their skin peel and burn off. The smell of their nails, smell of their hair burning. So you dig trenches. Protect yourself. Then the men that die in the trenches can't leave. You got nowhere for the bodies to go. So they lay there, and they rot. I fell. Taking cover one time, my hand went right through the chest. Another soldier. It took me 3 weeks to get the smell of that rot out from under my nails. We slowly started getting the upper hand. About ready to win the war. Tempest blessed the other side with his presence, turned against us. It's a rather daunting feeling when you see your own god slaying your own people. So, are the gods real? Yeah, I've seen an avatar of Tempest right before my eyes. All righteous flame, fury, and glory. But the gods can go fuck themselves.
I understand your viewpoint on that.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why I can see in the dark.
I'm sorry to hear that about your...
We all got scars. We all have things that we bury and run away from. I've got a son and a wife I left. So.
Do you want to take next watch, or do you want us to keep doing that?
Yeah.
Right, this is depressing. I'm gonna go ahead and go check on Faulkner.
I'm gonna go take a breather. Barrick stands up and you notice he walks out.
That man is depressing to be around.
I kind of know where
Oh my god.
I kind of know where he's coming from. Sometimes I still have nightmares about the nose. It can be really bad.
I'm sorry about your nightmares, I guess.
Yeah, they're really bad.
And the apples.
That is two separate things, I promise you.
Both tried to kill you though, right?
But now I'm getting back at the apples.
Attaboy. I'm gonna go over and check on Faulkner. She's still sleeping. Yeah.
Are you gonna wake him up?
How's he look?
What's your exhaustion at? 2. He looks pretty bruised, banged up, but he's definitely, now if I remember right, before we went out, you were trying to, you were thinking about waking up Faulkner?
Yes, I'm not going to.
You're not going to.
No.
Not going to wake up Fowler?
I'll leave him.
And you said that you're going to go out and just wait by the opening of the cave, correct?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, very well.
I have no problem sleeping on the ground.
Is there anything that you all like to do then while you're waiting?
No.
I'm just
There.
still meditating.
Yep, they're rested.
I'm out.
Okay. If you're not going to do anything else, then the night continues to go. Eventually, both of you start getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
Barrick already said that he's going to take watch. Ventus is going to take watch. Two of you can go ahead and get some sleep if you wish.
I will do that. Get a few more hours, because I already slept a little bit on the ride to the cave.
Okay.
But other than that, I am kosher.
Oh, you dropped the K bomb.
Kosher.
It's Elijah's word.
So I'm only wanting to rest for 4 hours.
4 hours?
Yes, that's all I have.
Then you would have been done by the time you got to the cave.
Well,
Because I said it was about 3 or 4
Just
hours.
3 or 4 hours? Okay,
Yeah.
fine. Then as they're probably going to sleep, I'm going to be waking up.
Okay. So you awake as you notice a rather dead and quiet setting.
Oh.
Falner, Smalvaros still both passed out. Lavende looks like he's turning in for the night. Jezebel looks like she's starting to turn in as well. Barrick is sitting by the fire, and Ventus is out, while Barry and his the 2 children are also sleeping.
Well, I'm going to make my way towards Ventus and Barrick.
Okay.
Oh. So, I'm assuming we're not dead, and this isn't some weird... the hell I'm waking up to...
Did you approach Barrick or Ventus?
Both.
Well, they're separate.
Barrick. I'll go
Okay.
Barrick first.
Barrick adding some more tinder to the fire. Yeah, we're not dead yet.
Well... yes. I'm kind of hungry. Is there food?
I think Barry brought food.
Oh.
Check his bag.
Fantastic. I'm gonna walk right over to his bag and start going through it.
It's got basically mixed, seasoned, dried meats, nuts, bread.
I'm just gonna just start eating some of it.
Okay.
No, this is rather dry. So, Barrick, was there any problems along the way, or?
We found some gnoll bodies on the road.
Oh.
They were dead for a day or two. However, don't know what killed them. Could have been the centaurs. Moving through, they're typically nomadic. It's possible they came in on their territory. The 2 like to feud.
I plop down next to him, just kind of just eating some nuts and dry meat. Barrick, I got a question for you.
Alright.
You look like the brooding, solo, wandering kind of type.
Mm-hmm.
What keeps you going? What makes you want to wake up the next day?
Nothing.
Really? Just you hopped up, ready to go.
I'd rather not remember things, so I kind of just go down to town, make sure that I don't
I see.
fall into my old ways.
Keep yourself occupied. Forget the past. I can relate. Just Doesn't it get old, though? Not to have a purpose.
Yeah, I'm pushing my mid-50s.
Oh.
This life isn't going to be for me very much longer. I'll eventually settle down, but
I do say I do like the salt and pepper on you. It's a fantastic look.
I'm not gonna fuck you, Kaz.
You know, it's worth a shot.
What about you? You like prying memories from old men? How old are you? Older than me, for sure.
Let's see here. Give or take around 160. You just quit counting. You looked the same for a couple 100 years, and then you stopped counting. But
So are you a bastard from the surface war?
oh wow, right on the nose. That obvious.
Well, you don't act like someone who's ever lived in the Underdark.
No, and I really don't want to.
I wouldn't want to either.
They'd
No.
probably kill me.
With that mark on your hand, yeah.
Oh, some eyesight you have there. It's typically some sort of arcane that has to reveal it.
It's the perks of being a blackguard.
Oh, yes. There's perks of being a drow, too, but... it's so hard to relate to anybody. For humans, I have to turn to, well, more seasoned and, wise humans. As for elves, they're kind of, well, stuck up half the time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Halflings, they tend to just think about what they're going to put in a gullet the next day, and orcs just want to fuck and raid everything, so...
Well, that sounds about right.
I don't know, Barrick. I'm just getting tired of just running. Wanting to forget things. One purpose back in my life.
Yeah. Trying to forget things for a long time now, and it's not working. So, here we are. Old men sitting in a cave, making sure this rich fuck gets back to Rockmore.
It's just something else to do to pass the time. I want to pitch you just a scenario real quick. Just
Alright.
for instance, you have a chance to prevent a third surface war. Would you say you would do everything you can to prevent that? Hypothetically speaking.
I would definitely say that if I knew another surface war was coming, it would be a rather good incentive to do something.
Yes. And let's say, hypothetically, there's some tieflings from Bela that's looking to barter with the Underdark. To sort of...
Old Bela from Tarthus?
Yes, that general area, I believe so.
Never been in Tarthus myself. Been a Dre Molden. It's... I heard they were fanatical. Fascists. Tiefling superior race sort of thing.
Well, that gentleman from the party definitely gave off those kind of vibes. So, I may or may not have information that that particular group of tieflings want to start a third surface war by inviting the drow to come play, and I don't want to spend another 20 years on the sea, so I kind of don't know what to do. I don't know. Barrick, we're no heroes.
Yeah, no.
We're
None of you are
cutthroats.
heroes. I've seen heroes. You are not heroes.
Oh no. I'm a Well, depending on the day, I'm either a night worker or a cut purse or an assassin. I don't know what everybody else does. Fauna. Fauna likes diamonds. I know that. Lavender is a wild child, apparently, and I'm pretty sure Jezebel's a pirate. And, Small Ross is a Tempest fanatic.
Yeah, he's not just a fanatic. I don't know who taught him his faith, but it's heavily obscured. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
I think he's soft in the head. I don't think it's all there.
Well,
but he has one hell of a body.
You know, it's not unlikely that he took one too many blows. I've been to Zakund, and it is a rough shithole.
Well. Huh. He's a bit of an oxymoron. An orc that has never mind. Well, I'm not going to bother you any longer. I'm going to do some studying because I am not going to get another arrow through my waist. I might start flipping through this book, and I take out Avis's book. I feel like I could learn something from this that might prevent that.
Good luck.
Well, you have a nice night. And, you know where to find me if you change your mind.
Thanks.
And I'm gonna walk off and fill my flask and try to find a running stream somewhere and spend the night just reading through Avis's book.
Okay. I'm assuming Faulkner and Small Ross are going to sleep through the night.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You end up... You ask Barrick. Barrick tells you where to get the water. And you decide to study with your book. Lavender, Jezebel, where are the two of you sleeping?
I was just...
Wagon?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sleep where I was sitting, kind of like... I know it's gonna not give me good rest, but that's where I'm gonna fall asleep, up against the wall, where it was perched up.
Very well.
And then the train came in.
Jezebel.
The bot train.
You feel a cold breeze brush against your face, along your body, as you're lying in the wagon. Cold, bitter, frosty wind. You open your eyes to see the night sky, small speckles of snow beginning to fall. You sit up. You feel your breath leaving you in a plume. It's thick. You look around. You can see the stillness, that cold, bitter night. Give me a perception check.
3.
You can use your passive, right? In this situation.
Every die I touch
You stand up.
fucks me.
You look around. You don't see anything in the darkness. You hear the sound of ice crackling up the trees. You look around towards Small Ross and Fallner. Their bodies look frozen. Solid.
Is there some sort of roll I can make to see if I'm asleep? If this is real.
You can give me a wisdom save.
Well, it's in the double digits for once. There's that. Okay, so 13.
Okay. You aren't quite sure if this is real or not, but it does feel like a dream. You're literally standing up and seeing that your two friends next to you are frozen solid. You can see the ice crystals forming on their skin as they begin to be encased. When you finally hear Jezebel. Jezebel. We had an arrangement.
I look around. Did I see him anywhere? Or is it just disembodied?
In the darkness, you can see the blue admiral jacket. The long black hair. You see the silhouette, or the portions, the shape of his face, his pale gauntness, dark black goatee. But the eyes are just black. No whites, no iris. You watch as, without moving his legs, he slides across the snow up to the cart.
I hate that.
He extends his hand. His black claws. I am a gentleman after all.
Alright, I'm gonna not do that. Listen, I know you need more. I need time, alright? I know we have an arrangement. I just need a little more time. I'm close. So close. I mean, look at me. Do you think I'd lie to you?
Jezebel, we didn't put a time on when you need to kill him. We just need to make sure it's you after all. That is our pact.
Right.
However, I enjoy this group of misfits.
Oh, you think I'm gonna let them kill him? Is that what you think? As if they could.
No. They're just so easily manipulated. And about as ugly as a goblin's backside.
Alright, so we're on to something here. I'm gonna workshop this.
You haven't been doing too well on your own, sweetheart. Perhaps it's time you use a little bit of my... He runs his nail along the wagon cart as you see him graving the wood. A little bit of my flair.
What's the flair?
All these fools, I can taste the sin on their hearts. They all want something. They all need it. They crave it. Give it to them. And they'll take you right to where you want to go. They're all idiots. You're surrounded by idiots. Now, go and do your pact. Or not. It's up to you.
Yeah, I know what it means if I don't, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it, and you can count on that, alright?
Of course.
I'm not gonna let you down.
You notice that you blink, and as you do, he's no longer there. And you feel his hand on your shoulder. He brings his head down. You see his black hair draping over your shoulders as his blue, iced over lips get right next to your ear. Oh. I am eagerly waiting for it. And like a shadow, his presence seems to remove itself. You snap up. And as you snap awake, you look around, you see Fulner, you see Smallross sleeping peacefully. However, you notice that there seems to be a slight dusting of snow just falling, covering Smallross and Fulner. The sense of foreshadowing dread sort of runs down your spine.
And everyone's asleep.
Looks like Barrick is...
Let me do a quick check, make sure I have everything.
Yeah, you do.
Alright, good.
Barrick seems to be over by the fire, and Kaz seems to be over there talking to him.
I'm going to hop up and go sit by the fire for a little bit, try to...
Give me a perception
warm
check.
up. Why? 1.
Just one?
Just one.
No bonus? Okay.
Just 1.
All right, hey, never mind. You get off the wagon perfectly fine. I would get rid of that die.
Dead. Dead to me. I'm out of D20s.
I feel like Cookie just touches all your die when you're not looking.
I do not.
Alright, get a new D20.
I haven't rolled anything at all tonight, so it's not me.
Box is gone. Alright.
What was in the box?
Oh, the box full of tin can full of dice. No, it's fine. I'll just see if one of these can go back in commission. Alright, you.
There's a giant D20 over there.
Oh, hey, look at that.
The old one.
I had to roll the 19. Congratulations.
The box is over there. By you, buddy.
So,
Anyway.
you make your way over to the fire.
Oh, I see the twins are awake. How are you, Jezebel?
Oh, you know, woke up. It seems to have snowed. It's a little cold, so thought I'd pop over here and
You
Wait,
notice
not
that
interrupting anything,
that
right?
Barrick has already put on a coat. Yeah, I thought it was weird that none of you all got coats. You notice that Barry is over there sleeping up against the wall. He looks like a giant marshmallow at this
I'm
moment.
going over to Barry. Barry, wake up. Barry, give me a coat.
Whoa, what's going on?
I need a
Whoa,
coat.
are we gonna attack my centaurs?
No, not yet. But just give me a coat. You look your 5 on, so I'm just gonna take one off your hands.
It's one coat. It's just really nice and fluffy. I spent most of my gold on it.
How much gold did you spend on that, Barry?
15.
Okay, alright. You happen to have like a blanket or anything like that? Because I'm a little underdressed right now.
Yeah, it's getting really cold out.
It is.
Typically, this is when we used to go down to Edros, or at least Solgier,
Yeah, I
enjoy
hate
some
it.
of the sun.
You're going to depress me. I'm trying. It's very hard already as it is not to get depressed around these people, so don't do that, please.
All right, here. Well, I'm all right. I'll wrap myself up in my blanket, and you can just sleep in my coat. Put it on, and it is already warm and toasty as you slip your arms in it. His body heat has clearly warmed it up.
Alright, good man, Barry. Thanks.
He grabs his blanket, spins himself around, and wraps himself in a blanket cocoon.
And I'm going back over to the fire. I'm gonna sit down.
Okay. Lavender, I need you to give me a Constitution save. I need Fallner to give me a Constitution save, and I
got
need
18, buddy.
Smavros to give me a
I have
Constitution
a
save.
coat.
You do.
He made a very,
I still need a Constitution save.
very good point to tell us that he has a good new coat on.
Oh, sorry.
23.
I got 19.
5.
5. Okay.
So much for being a hill giant.
So, Lavender, you wake up a little bit. You definitely are feeling the cold.
Mm-hmm.
However, you are also used to living in places where it can be 110 one minute and then 20 below the next minute.
Mm-hmm.
Rapid weather changes for you is a common thing. So you're just going to ride it out.
Yes.
Falner, you wake up to the brisk feeling of cool wind blowing over your toes. And it is rather cold. In fact, it's cold enough to where as you wake, your teeth begin to chatter. You are uncomfortable.
I get into my bag and get my bedroll out.
Okay.
And I'll put on some extra clothes.
Do you have extra clothes?
Oh yeah.
What's your extra clothes?
I got common clothes and I have a costume.
Good for you.
Okay.
Is it a banana outfit?
God, I hope not.
It's not. No.
Can you please describe your costume for me for future reference?
Well, yes, of course.
He's gonna make this up on the spot.
He is.
It covers all my skin.
It's a gimp suit?
This first thing he goes to is gimp suit.
He's Green Man.
Is it a Zentai?
No, okay.
Pink guy.
Okay. It's maybe it has a costume. It's for like entertaining, so like it's got lots of colors all over it. It's got sleeves.
Okay. You're just stating things that are on clothing. So-
Buttons there somewhere.
all right.
Put
So
this
I'm gonna
shirt
go ahead
covers
and
my
assume that
torso.
it's like a minstrel's
Big
outfit.
fabric.
Is that what you're
Kinda.
So probably the
Just made
large
of cotton.
the large
100%
plume
fiber.
pants
Polyester.
and
Sure.
shoulders as well. The
don't put it in the cracker.
almost like not a like a jerkin.
I'll take my coat off and use it as a blanket.
Taking so long to warm Fallen.
Well, I don't have any way of. You know what? Shut up.
I'll say this with the hodgepodge way of you rolling a bunch of clothes up into balls and trying to somewhat warm up. It works. You're still uncomfortable,
Right.
but you're able to at least manage to get yourself back to sleep. Was there anything that you'd like to do at the fire, Jezebel?
Right, I was asking if I'd missed anything. Anything important going on while I was asleep?
Oh, no, I got something to eat. I flipped through.
Oh, yeah, where's the food?
Oh, it's in your friend's bag over there. He brought nuts and meat and...
How far away is he from where the fire is?
Oh, probably about 20 feet.
What's around? Barry, wake up. Barry. Hey. Hey. Toss me some food.
What? Yeah,
Toss me some food.
you toss it.
Yeah, I don't want to get back up.
As he grabs the whole bag and just hurls it over towards you guys.
Well,
As the bag lands next to the fire, he rolls back over.
I'll pick
Sleep.
it up and start looking for something to eat.
It's filled with pretty much trail ration food.
I'm gonna start eating trail rations.
well, Jezebel, what are we gonna do when you... Well, what are you gonna do when we get to Lockmore?
Oh, no problem. Sightseeing. Maybe visit a few shops. Why? What are you gonna do?
I'm not quite sure yet. Maybe, go to the port, sail somewhere. Who knows?
Speaking of sailing, it's a nice little sash you got there. Flag.
Oh, this thing? Yeah. Oh, well, I got it back when me and Arthur were sailing together, and one night we were staying up and drinking, and one of the boys dared me to go onto a nearby ship and steal their flag, and, well, I did it. They also dared me to do it naked. Did that also. And they grabbed everything but the flag. It was a rather fun experience, but...
Yeah, I saw you unfold that. I thought that might have been you that heard the story.
Oh, really? I have no idea who this belongs to, but it's rather nice. They do have a good taste in colors. But, well, no. It's been somewhat fun. It's a little bit reminiscent of Vetros, but I'm really afraid that Fauna and Smallbrass they're gonna get us killed.
Well, they almost did. Which
Twice.
Is why a good percentage of me really wants to just leave.
I see.
At 10,000 gold or not.
Well, almost 2 Lockmore, I think, Barrack, right?
We should get there tomorrow.
I should. Just all you have to do, if you see an arrow coming towards you, just stand behind Smallbrass. Then if you see a centaur coming towards you, stand behind Fauna.
Fauna's not much of a meatbag.
Oh, but he'll probably trip the centaur, so you'll be fine. But, oh, well, maybe you should get some rest. I'm rather, well,
You know, I
pretty chipper right now.
think I'm pretty well rested. Don't think I want to go back to sleep, so I'll just stay up for a while. I'll just stay up.
Is that a tiefling thing?
Yeah, we have terrible nightmares all the time.
Oh,
Mate, they're horrible.
well, I don't dream at all, so it's just darkness.
So like when you die,
Yeah, well, I
it's fun.
don't know what that's like, but I would imagine it's like sleeping, just darkness.
Oh, I'll take that over the nightmares.
So, what are your nightmares about?
You know, large, krakens,
Krakens.
megalodons,
Megalodon.
deep sea creatures.
You
actually notice that on her arm she has a kraken tattoo. You've noticed it, at least before she put on the coat. You've noticed it this entire time.
You have them on your body?
What, the kraken?
Yeah.
It's like a respect thing, kind of like I don't fuck with you don't fuck with me type of thing, and I haven't had a run-in yet.
But aren't you a pirate? Right? You look like a pirate.
Oh, we're assuming now.
Well,
What do you think? Do I look scummy? Is that what you're saying?
no, Barry.
Do I look like I'm not trustworthy?
Barry keeps saying the word crew, and also
Right.
he's a cartographer.
Mm-hmm.
They make maps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know where you're taking this.
Crew plus maps, and your fear
Mate,
of
there's
krakens.
a million and one things that can go. There's branching everywhere. You go straight to pirate.
Yes.
I don't want to get into semantics.
I've
though.
fucked many pirates. I'm vibing pirate right now.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm pretty sure if I lick you, I would taste seawater.
It's been a while since I've been at sea, so
You'd
probably
be
not.
pretty amazed. It's really residual. It lasts a while.
I'm sorry, do you go around licking people to see where they've been? Is that what you're telling me right now?
Well, I have.
Because that's amazing. Go lick Barry. Please.
He's trying to sleep. I don't want to be
It's
rude.
been so boring. Please go lick Barry.
How much?
How many times or how much I'm going to pay you?
The second thing.
Well, I'm kind of tight on coin right now.
I
Saving
tell you
up.
what. I'll do this there if you take another deal from me in the future.
I like that. It's like gambling.
It's dangerous.
All
It's
right.
dangerous.
I love that.
Handshake.
I can't exceed the extent of what you're about to do.
Of
So if it
course.
could kill me,
Oh, no. No.
because I'm tired of dealing with that already.
We'll just say it's a lick for a lick.
You know, I've done worse. All right.
All right. I walk over the berry, and I get right next to his ear. Take the tip of my tongue and run it up his lobe, all the way to the back of his ear, and back down again.
It's like an art form.
And as you do, he's
Oh, Samantha.
Oh, berry. Take me
No.
right here.
seems to be lost in some sort of dream.
And I walk right back to the fire.
Cartographer, he found the right hole.
All right. What do it taste like?
Dirty. Tastes like he hasn't bathed in a while.
Well, he's rather dirty,
Yeah, I can smell that much.
but he did say Samantha. Does he have a significant other that you don't know about?
Would I know who Samantha is, or that's just some random whore?
Probably some you don't know. You don't know.
Okay.
Go ahead and give me a perception check, though, Cass. You want?
Yeah, Samantha doesn't ring a bell. We've stopped by quite a few whore asses, so it could be anyone.
3.
A 3. Yeah, he just tastes dirty. That's all.
Well, yeah. That.
Use some alcohol to wash that down. Pop my flask.
May I? Thank you. I take a swig and kind of like jostle around.
Definitely helps get rid of that taste.
Thank you. It's like, well,
Have I ever been to Lockmore before, or is this a new experience for me?
You've been to Lockmore before. Yeah. However, your issue that you hired Fallner for will definitely be a thing here.
and I'm assuming I've been to Lockmore too.
You have also been to Lockmore. The only people who have not been to Lockmore
Stay alive, you bastard.
is Fallner,
Lavender,
Lavenday, and Small Bros.
Swole Bros.
So it'd be completely new experience for the three of you.
You know, I feel like they're not going to do very well in Lockmore. Lockmore is a little bit more organized than Gutterport. The Gutterport, you could kill someone and be perfectly fine. Lockmore, on the other hand, I don't think. Ugh.
You know, I'm sure they'll be fine. Worst comes to worst, they'll die, and we can get some new people on the team, right? Die, go to jail, we'll lose them.
You said the T word.
Yep.
Oh, it's fine, Jezebel, I know. I'm rather great company. If you want me just to stay along and join you two, I don't mind.
Well, you know, it might not be a bad idea since you have experience with ships.
Oh, yes. Arthur did teach me a lot. Hell, before I got to Gutterport, we were talking about giving me the ship. So,
He was talking about giving you a ship.
yes. Well,
What ship? Did he say? His ship?
was there a name for it?
It's Yellow Mare.
The Yellow Mare.
That's his ship.
Mhm.
He's going to give you.
Well, it was being discussed.
Could have been mine.
Well, we should get some rest. I'm sure we'll probably run into some Null Centaurs tomorrow, or whatever comes our way. So,
Alright. Now done, and I'm gonna head back to the wagon.
Okay.
And go to sleep in Barry's fluffy coat.
The rest of the night passes.
I'm gonna snuggle up next to Barrick.
Okay.
Boy. Is this a race? This is a race.
The rest of the night passes with nothing of noteworthy moments happening. Morning comes. The feeling of the cool air, the dampness. There's a nice fine frost that has now covered a lot of the dead leaves and the bark along the trees. It's still early, A lot of this frost will probably melt in a few hours once the sun finally starts getting up. Faulkner, Small Ross, at this moment, you guys are going to wake up. You guys cannot keep sleeping.
Cool.
So I'll let you guys heal 1 level of exhaustion.
So, I got a question for you. It says on here that it requires food and drink to recover 1 level of exhaustion. Do we not need to do that?
If you rest for a period of time for them, I'll let you do 1. But yeah, typically you would need food and rest over multiple days.
Okay.
Yes.
Because, so for trance, basically, if I meditate for
4 hours, it counts as
8.
So yes, you also get 1 as well.
Okay.
And a short rest for Lavende and a short rest for Jezebel.
Is it not a shorter rest for us, too?
No, you guys were sleeping all night and 4 hours of the trip, so you guys get it's not a long rest, but you guys heal 1 exhaustion.
But our spells, for
Yes.
a long rest, would come back.
Yeah.
Yee.
Yeah, it's just my homebrew rule of it, just to make things a little bit more exciting.
And it says I get hit die back from the long rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm back. Basically, I'm exhausted in 1, and I'm all healed up now, so...
Speaking of this homebrew rule, to give a good example of that, don't view your HP as your state of what you're like.
Yeah.
View your exhaustion.
Okay. Let's see.
I would get up.
Yeah,
I'm assuming I would wake up. Is it morning?
Yeah, it's morning. You can hear the sound of birds chirping in the air. You are stiff. Your back, your arms, your shoulders are sore. Kind of got a pounding headache. You're also starving. Your mouth is dry. You really gotta pee.
All right, I'm gonna get out of the cart and probably go to the mouth of the cave, relieve myself, and figure out where we are.
So you guys, as you guys were packing up, I'm assuming when you guys wake up here and start packing, you guys actually during this situation, you watch as Small Bros gets out of the wagon, walks towards the mouth of the cave, and just drops his pants and starts peeing directly by the mouth of the cave.
Small Bros.
You see the steam rising up from the large puddle he's creating.
I turn to face you. Yes.
Are you still peeing?
Yes.
Well, you shouldn't pee at camp.
It's starting to sputter now. And
What should I do then? What would you suggest I do, Gaz?
Walk away from camp and then pee. And
dribbles. You're done.
Thanks for the fucking play-by-play.
It's pretty common knowledge.
Just don't step there.
You can see the foamy
No,
liquid.
you gave someone a starting point to track us.
Hey, does he know that's where we're getting our drinking water from?
Do you have water?
Well, it's right where you pissed. It's in that area, so it might be trickling down to our water now.
Where's the water by the hole?
So, at the mouth of the cave,
Yes.
the stream is further back. It's deeper into the cave. So,
Okay. Would I know that?
no, you wouldn't.
There's no water here.
Okay, Jezebel, you're confusing him now. Okay, in the back of the cave, there's a stream.
Back there?
Back there.
Where are we? No.
We're in a cave.
I know, but where's the cave? Are we at Lockport?
Well, I don't think it really matters much because we're about to be leaving, so...
No, we are not at Lockmore yet.
All right. Does anyone have food?
Well,
Barry walks up. Hey, I should got some food. You need some?
You, yes.
Right here.
Morning, Barry. Did you have any good dreams?
Morning.
Barry,
Yeah, why? And here's an apple for you.
Barry, do you got food?
where's meat?
Oh, you won't? Okay, so you just walk up and go.
I'm standing
food?
in the court.
All right.
I'll see the exchange of
Oh,
food.
there's pops out of nowhere.
Yeah, food, Barry.
I'm just going to keep my eye on the
He
apple.
looks over towards you. Yeah, I got some food. Just
I'm starving, mate.
here. He pulls out what looks like a nice chunk of really like probably day 2 day old bread.
Oh, thank you.
I'm gonna eat the apple and go find the water and drink.
Okay. You have dark vision. You're able to walk into the cave perfectly fine. You end up listening to the sound of the dripping water as you find where the stream is.
I change back into me normal clothes.
You get out the gimp suit.
I get out my gimp suit.
What are you wearing?
You see him wearing his fluffy frills. Looks like the very elaborate jerkin filled with plumes and feathers and gaudy adornments.
Well, it was very cold last night. I was forced to put on extra layers of clothing.
That's his weird costume he carries around with him everywhere.
Right, I'm an entertainer, mate.
Oh,
Doesn't do much of
Okay.
entertaining though.
You recognize that as he's literally wearing the Etros Bardic College outfit. It's what they give you when you graduate.
Did you get one of these when you graduated?
oh no, I was kicked out after 3 years.
You were kicked out? Why?
What?
Well, I slept with some teachers and students and faculty members, and apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Cause I like you even more now.
Wait. You've had that since college, mate?
Well, right.
How long's it been?
Not very long. What is
How
it?
long is not very long, because
What?
I would assume with your profession you get a different outfit.
Like, a couple months.
How long has it been?
I think a couple months, right?
Do you remember?
I don't remember off the top of my head right now. I think it's a couple months.
You know, I'm actually...
All right. So, it has not been a couple months
Right.
because you went to college before you went back home, correct?
Right. But I wasn't there very long.
Right. But you also had the predicament with that other individual, correct?
Right.
So that would not have happened over a few weeks.
Fine. It's been like a year.
It's probably been about a year.
Okay.
Like a year or
About a year.
about a year?
What day is it?
It is, I believe, if I'm keeping track right, the 24th?
It would be the
24th of Uktar?
It'd be the 25th today.
25th of Uktar.
Well, anyways, I'm glad I didn't graduate because that outfit looks god awful.
But you could be wearing the
Hey,
same
hey,
thing
no.
with me.
No, we could just start arguing and, throwing insults at each other. We could be
That's
happy
right.
that we lived through the night.
Take
It's
a
also
bite of bread.
got like jingle bells on the shoulders.
Ah, those
Well,
bells are so...
it's alright. Because I'll make it look good.
No, you don't.
It's all subjective.
No, it's not. Because you're not art.
I am.
Smallville's broken.
You come back from the cave.
Small Rose.
Why are you wearing that?
Did you get cold last night?
No.
It was freezing.
That reminds me.
How far are we from Rockport?
Barrick throwing
Lockmore.
up packages on his horse. We got about another 4 hours on the road, and we should be at Lockmore.
All right.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Well, we should pack up and head there.
We're already packing
That's what
up,
we're doing,
Small
Small
Rose.
Rose.
Well, I'm gonna help then.
We're already almost done, Small Rose. While you were using the restroom.
So I changed back into my regular clothes, and I go take a leak myself.
Okay.
Right where Small Rose took a leak.
Hey, that's my spot.
Again, why?
Hey, we're leaving anyway, so...
Are we
as
getting
long as
tracked
they
by
want us to.
dogs?
No, just really pissed off centaurs.
Have you ever seen a
Centaurs can't track
Oh.
by urine.
knoll? Have you ever seen a knoll? Do you know what a knoll is?
Yes, I know. No.
You don't think that can track by scent?
Knowles definitely could track by you.
Gee, something pissed here. Oh, look, horse tracks. I wonder where these lead to.
Fine. If there is a knoll, I will kill it.
I'd
I'll help
really
you.
like to see you try.
I'll help you since I have also.
Hey, you know what? I have an idea, Barrick.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that can cover up the scent of urine since it's everywhere now?
More urine. Confuse them. Make them think that we're all like one person.
I hate that idea.
That's how it works.
Unfortunately, no, I don't have something to cover up urine, but I think if we just get on the road, we should be fine. Hopefully. We won't need to worry more about our tracks than anything else.
Alright. Well.
You throw the bonfire ashes out on it. Probably help.
Right.
Alright, so go ahead and take care of that then, Palmer.
Alright. I'll do that.
Don't burn yourself.
Okay.
Is it hot? When I get close to it, is it hot?
I want
still?
you to explain to me how you're doing this.
Okay, I put my hand close to it. Is it still hot?
Warm embers.
Alright. I'll use Mage Hand.
Okay, mage hand can only lift a certain,
About 5 pounds.
so you want to lift 5
pounds
pounds
of ash. That'll
of
take
ash?
care of it.
And then I'll just keep on going back and forth.
Okay.
I feel
5
like
pounds
I feel
of
like
ash?
5 pounds of ash. Would
I feel like
be-
5
Wait,
pounds.
that's all of it.
enough, Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Literally.
You
Okay.
picked up some dirt too.
So you pick up some ash, you take it over towards the urine puddle, and you dump it over. You watch as it disappears as the liquid is absorbed into the ash.
Alright, can we get going now? Is everyone ready?
Oh,
Yeah, it looks like everyone's about ready.
I'm ready.
I've been ready.
So we got 4 hours to the next city.
Walk more.
And with that, party begins to travel, making your way back to the main road. Now with Barry there with his own horse, Barry rides in the back behind, keeping an eye out for anything approaching from the rear. Sparrow takes the lead forward. The ride is actually quite peaceful as you make your way over one final large bluff. The descent of this massive bluff, you can see in the distance Lockmore. 4 hours have gone by, and you notice the large river that almost wraps around the city. There's a nice bend in the river. Lockmore is nestled quite nice and neat up to it. There is what looks like a large river port, but there is also a massive wooden defense wall around Lockmore. Several buildings and establishments seem to be lining the bottom of the base of this large mound, which on top of it, you can see what looks like to be a wooden stone castle. Castle's relatively small. Looks like probably a single tower castle. As the cart approaches, the walls, you can see the busy travelers going in and out, but most of the traffic as you approach is coming from the actual docks itself in the river. Ships leaving and coming in. There's almost a sense of relief and sigh from Fentis, like he can finally breathe. He seems that ever since the attack, he's just been on complete edge. He stops before you all get there. I would just like to thank everyone who helped me do this. Your payment will be arranged tonight. And he points towards the castle. Tonight is a very, very special event. All the trade councilmen and councilwomen of Aronia will be meeting to discuss the situation that happened with King Anson, and I will be making my claim for sovereignty.
So, we are attending this event with you?
Beric sits up and goes, well, I'm attending the event. You don't have to. You are all paid to just escort. You want to take your golden leave, that's fine. However, could definitely use the help if you want.
Well,
When is it?
It's tonight. There will be a feast,
Oh, well.
Let's go.
but I mean, we're gonna be on guard duty, so
But we can still eat, right?
Fentis goes, sure, why not?
I do have business I want to take care of in this city.
You have all day to take care of whatever you need to do here, and after that, at nightfall, when we're going to be having our convention.
So, when do we get our gold?
Tonight.
Tonight?
If you want to, even if you don't wish to stop and stay and help Barrick, you can simply just take your gold and leave.
Okay.
After all, this is where most of the funds come in for all of Aronia.
Well, I wouldn't mind attending a party that won't be crashed by pirates and a tiefling. And
I just want the food.
what maggot?
All tieflings.
Mad maggot? I can't remember that gentleman's name. He died so fast.
Mondo the Maggot, I believe, is who you're discussing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're out again.
Right at 10, an hour later.
It's literally timed, and I think we're back.
We're back.
Okay.
I did it again, guys. Sorry.
Yes, that gentleman, he died rather fast.
Yes, Mondo the Maggot.
Well, everyone, I don't know, is this a due? I would like to attend and see Pentis.
And we're back. Thank you all for going through the break. It looks like we have balanced out. I don't think we have dropped again. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be good for the rest of the stream. Okay. Pick up where we last left off then. I believe the party was discussing whether or not they would be sticking around.
Sorry.
So then are we all just meeting at the banquet dinner tonight?
I guess that's something that we can
Where is it being held at again?
The big
Yeah.
castle up there. The thing you cannot miss.
Okay.
I believe
Does it have
there's
a name?
There's a Temple of Tempest here.
Well,
Have you been here before?
do I need to roll
Oh, I believe we were told that.
There was a particular individual, not a temple, but there was a particular individual here that he was going to meet.
So there's no... Is there a Temple of Tempest here? There's a
I don't
man.
recall one.
So Barrick speaks up. No, there's no temple here, but
There's none.
well, Fentis had to arrange you a meeting.
Right.
Yes, in fact, actually, he's going to be here tomorrow.
Alright. Well then, I'm going to take care of personal matters. I will meet you all later tonight when we get paid. I'm going to head off.
Yes, personal matters.
Right. Oh, well, I kind of got something to do too. What time is the banquet?
It should be later on tonight, after sundown.
Oh, right.
Wouldn't say too much later after that. Typically these meetings, they go on for a bit. A lot of drinking and wasting coin.
Well, Fentis, do we meet up with you, or is there some sort of...
Oh, I will make sure that if you will tonight, that they will be expecting your arrival. They'll let you in. It's not genuinely high-class affair, but I would recommend probably not showing up with your weapons.
Yes. Well, till later tonight, I guess. After last night, probably should get something a little bit warmer.
I'm going to be doing the same, I think.
Oh,
I want
so-
to figure out what this does too.
That is, that's fur.
You never know. Why would they have just fur?
That's clothing. You've worn clothing before, right?
Yes. This is leather. I'm wearing leather armor.
I'll tell you what, if I can find what I'm looking for, I might be able to identify it for you.
Is it diamonds?
Diamonds is one of the things I have to find, yes. Thank you.
Alright, well,
Are you going shopping then? Is that what you're doing?
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna go get...
what's the plan for sleeping arrangements? Are we...
I'm sure there's a place to stay here somewhere. We got coin.
Well, I'm gonna go... I want to find a coat. Last night was horrible. It was really cold.
Agree with that.
But Barrack was very warm.
Barrack was
Wait,
warm.
what does that mean? What are you doing there?
Were you bunking up with Barrack? Barrack?
Oh,
You dog, you?
Kaz was spooning me all night.
Really?
I'm sorry, my frail, drow body couldn't keep up with the winter harshness. But you also...
So you were the little spoon? I kind of pictured you to be a big spoon.
I'll see you all tonight.
Bye, Barrack. I'm gonna crap that man.
You notice that Barrack and Fentus both leave together.
So, Small Boss, are you still here?
You
No,
are.
I've gone.
Small Ross has walked off in a city he's never been. In a civilization he knows nothing about.
God, like,
Well,
Yeah, right.
my assumption is that we wait till nightfall. If we don't know where Small Boss is at, he's probably either dead or in a jail cell.
Nah, he'd be fine. He could look
So
out for
wait.
himself.
we all have errands to run, or you all have errands to
I
run.
definitely do.
So are we just gonna do this together?
We can if you want. If
Well,
you
I
don't,
just want to
I can
find
do
the
it on
shop.
the own.
Lavende wants to find out what that is.
Yeah.
Alright.
And I want to not freeze anymore.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna hand Barry his coat back.
Oh. Thank you.
You were rather quiet, Barry. Sometimes I forget you're even there.
Well, I don't want to interrupt Jezebel, and
Well, no.
unless she tells me to talk, I'm gonna stand by.
Barry, you happen to have like a cloak or something in that bag?
What?
Like a cloak?
No.
You have extra clothes at all?
Why? No.
Why no? Okay, alright.
There's nothing wrong with these clothes. All I needed was a coat because it's chilly.
Oh, you sound just like Faulkner, alright.
What?
I don't blame you, mate.
Alright, so I believe we're on a general agreement, or at least same schedule, that we are going to go buy clothes, and you are going to go get diamonds.
Why don't we just stick together? That way it's not going to become an issue.
We're going to be in the same place. You want us all stick together.
Alright, let's go. Stop talking about it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Should we ask where that is? Do we
So
know?
I would assume from
Yeah,
my
it's a-
past travels through here, I would know where the trade market is.
Yeah.
It's you off.
You know where?
No, I mean, like,
since you've been here
shops.
before.
Oh,
In fact, you've been here within the last within this year. So it's one of Arthur's
Okay,
frequent
we'll know
stops,
that. There'll be
and
somebody there.
Arthur stops here. You literally can take this river to Raven's Grin. So you could take a boat from here to Raven's Grin
In there.
and dock there.
J&J, boy. J&J.
Well, I trade districts this way.
Oh, you been here?
Yes.
Oh, excellent, mate.
Well, I was going
Lead
to
the
ask,
way.
I was just going to ask somebody, but if you know,
I begin leading the way towards the trade district.
All right. You make your way, and in the meantime, what is Small Ross doing?
There's a couple things I'm gonna be looking for. an inn or somewhere where you can get a drink.
Okay.
Armor shop. Someplace that might sell armor.
So just stay with us.
And,
Literally going the same place.
yeah, those are the main things I'm looking for.
Okay. How are you going to look for them?
By walking around until I see something that would indicate that.
Give me an investigation check then.
Be a moment. Okay, that would be a 10.
Be a 10. Okay.
Yeah.
So you begin to walk around Lockmore.
Yeah.
You notice that the dirty, muddy streets, the thick stench of fish, river mud. There's quite a large traffic of what you would consider to be common folk or definitely lower class, just judging from how they dress. This does not look like a city where people are well off.
All right.
You're getting a general vibe that most common people that live here in Lockmore are poor. That being said, a lot of the houses that you were seeing are either made out of thatch or mud and dabble.
So they all look like houses. There's nothing that looks like an inn or...
Right now, it looks like you're walking through what looks like residential areas.
Is there people?
Yeah, there's people walking
I'm gonna
all
walk up to
around.
them. Go up to one. Excuse me.
Hello.
Do you know where I can find an inn? Where I can get a place to drink?
You come stay with me for a little while.
I'm looking for an inn.
Sweep the floors and take care of the stock, and I'll put you up.
No, I'm looking for an inn.
I'll put you up for myself.
No, I want to be in a place that a lot of people would be at, drinking, conversating, talking about things. Where would I find a place like that?
I seem to be quite misunderstanding what you want. Do you want to find an inn, or do you want to find a tavern?
I was hoping for a hybrid of the two, but...
Well, that's quite an establishment.
Yes. All right, then where would I find a bar? Where would I find...
All right, well, there's the Everfield Can.
Yes. How do I find that?
Hey, why don't you just follow me? I'll show you where it's at.
All right, lead me then. What is your name?
Gilbert.
Gilbert. Small Ross.
It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Have you heard the word of Tempest?
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
He's a mighty fair dealie.
Alright.
Well, some say that he causes a lot of problems in the north.
They're not problems. They're solutions.
Maybe.
You never want to question the almighty will of Tempest.
There's plenty of other gods out there.
Yes, but none like Tempest.
There's quite a lot like Tempest.
No, not like Tempest.
Talos, god of the storm, chaos. It's quite like him.
Talos is nothing like Tempest.
It's-
They both may fling lightning around, but...
Well, Tempest doesn't use lightning.
Oh, Tempest does use lightning.
Fairly certain he doesn't.
No. If you studied in the Tempest temples, where I have, you would know all about Tempest's lightning.
All right. Very well.
Let's go to this bar. I shall buy you a drink, Gills.
Man turns and begins to walk down this trodden, mudden road. Meanwhile, Cass has taken the party to the market district.
All right. Well, is it rather busy?
Yeah. It is quite bustling here. It's pretty much peak time. You're right getting close to midday.
Well, I do want to try to find a tailor.
Okay. What else? What's everyone else doing? I'm assuming that everyone's going to be... Are you splitting up, or are you guys staying together?
I'm sticking together.
We're sticking together.
Okay. So is everyone just going to go with Kaz then as he looks for a tailor?
Or I'll go buy a coat too. Something to cover me. These weapons of mass destruction off me shoulders.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a insight. Give you advantage on it since you've been to the city before.
Mm-hmm. 17.
All right. There's a lovely place called Witch's Stitches.
Well,
Thank you.
let's start with this rather quaint little shop. It's called Witch's Stitches. I had to stop there a while back for things. So,
Close. Makes sense.
yes, clothes.
I'm quickly going in while they're going back and forth.
Okay.
I'm also going in.
Yes,
Also.
I'm walking
I'm
inside.
immediately looking for like a cloak or something when I get in there.
You walk in and you can immediately see that the shop is adorned with silks and fabrics run along the walls. You can see that there appears to be diagrams and patterns of the human physique, different lengths of people's shoulder inseams, things like that. You notice that there's ladders that are also placed on multiple sides of the room. However, the ladders are unconventionally small. They're probably about this wide. The gaps in between, very short. Fallner, you would even find this awkward to use, the size of a ladder. And that's when the entire crowd hears the, "Oh, hello.
What is
Is it coming
that?
from behind? Where's it coming?
You hear the sound of claws scraping along the wood beneath their feet as this talon-like hand makes its way over the top of the counter and pulls its way up. Long, straight red nose, curling horns, crimson-like skin, beady yellow eyes that almost have an luminescence, very similar to Jezebel, actually. Teeth, very sharp, clawed hands, ears pointed out like daggers. However, is dressed in what looks like a fine, almost silken or sash-like robe with looks like multiple different cloth belts and wrappings around his body. Welcome. You shop here, yes, no?
Greetings, Mom. We are here looking for something to help us with the colder weather.
Listen, Mom.
You need a coat, and I have just what you need.
Yes, I believe all of us are currently looking for winterized equipment.
Well, you know, I do not make custom pieces to be sold. I have to measure everything precisely.
Okay, well, you can start with me if you like.
You notice that his hands sort of slip into his sleeves. And
Oh,
pulls out tape measure. Moves over and begins measuring your body.
While he's doing that, can I look at? So there's like stuff on the walls, or is
Fabric.
can I just start like looking at fabric?
Sure.
Now,
Start wandering around the shop.
while you're down there, as you can see from my attire, I do like clothing that's rather snugly fit.
Too tight.
It's not
You wear clothes that are too tight.
No, not too tight.
They're very tight.
I find them whether.
You're a little fat here too.
Excuse me. You are talking to.
He pinches your hip, grabs like a nice chunk of skin.
It was a rather long.
He's gonna turn into love handles.
Hey, it's called being voluptuous.
Thank you.
Cause I thought you looked very good without your clothes on.
Thank you. Anyways, I like things that are clothing that's rather snugly fit because I like to be mobile.
All right. Well, I will try and make sure that everything works out for you if that's what you want.
Oh,
Hey, what about me? I just need a cloak. Nice winter cloak.
Heavy cloak.
You don't have any ones.
Back there.
Oh, thank God. I'm gonna head back and start looking.
So, and pockets. Lots of pockets.
How many pockets? Lots isn't a number.
Probably for
Could you put about 4 on each side of the coat on the inside? So a total.
It was just
Okay, I can do that.
All right. And long enough to stash a dagger in.
Okay, I can do that.
Fantastic.
What do you want, short stack?
He's much shorter than you.
short stack. Well, I need something to cover these.
All right.
Those are called arms, Fauna.
No, these are called weapons of mass destruction. Man.
He is right. They are arms.
And what are weapons of mass destruction?
Have you seen what I've done with these things?
Yes.
I've annihilated kneecaps, mate.
Yes, I've also seen you,
Judging
We've
from
almost
that.
died. Just gonna say that.
Please, can I hear all this from the back room?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Alright. So yeah, I'm looking to like cover me arms. Maybe something to cover me phalanges.
So he wants gloves.
You want gloves?
Right.
I can do that.
Thank you. Oh, maybe something a hood.
You want a hat?
A hood.
You want a hood on the coat? That's strange.
Right. Well, I mean, it's we haven't talked about, but I think we should, as a group, we need some type of
As you're talking,
A
he's
symbol.
measuring your body.
a symbol.
Stop
to show that we
moving!
are those strangers.
Put your arm out.
What would say we're strangers more than a hood that covers our face? Well, not our face, but like covers our features.
So, okay, let me just get this straight. You want something that covers your whole entire body, right? From your hands to your shoulders.
I just want everything covered in this cool weather.
That
Yeah.
covers your body and has a hooded mask sewn into it.
Right. No, not a mask. I didn't say that.
You know,
Something
down in
just
Atros, they have places for people that enjoy things that you are describing. You don't have to make a custom one for that. I can bring you there.
Okay. I mean, I just thought.
Do you want a
because-
zipper on the mouth too?
No.
Oh, my word.
Mate, I think I know what you're trying to. I'm smelling what you're putting down. Alright, I'm not. The one. Sir, did one of your torches go out or something?
Don't worry about it.
Alright. I'm just. Didn't know if it was just me. But no, I'm not looking for something like in that general sense.
My
Okay.
lord.
I think you should also get a hood that covers your features, so we can be.
What about you?
strangers.
Oh, I'm gonna look back as I'm touching the fabric. I just want something that'll keep me warm. Something that won't rip if I turn into a bear. Can you do that?
Go look at the cloaks.
Oh, and do
Okay.
you have any scars?
I can make a scarf.
Okay, well, go ahead and throw on some gloves into that too.
Do you have any pouches? Like, free from any fabric pouches? Not in like a coat or anything, just like, you know. I need a bag. That's what I'm asking. I need a bag. Small one.
Don't you have a bag already?
I do. I need a separate bag to put inside me bag.
Separate from clothes.
All right, it'll be 5 gold down payment for you two.
I'll hand it over.
I give him 5 gold. Could I pay a price for mine to be done first?
Expedited? I can do that.
Well, I will give you more gold if you work on mine first and get it done ahead of all your other commissions.
Very well.
How long of a wait am I looking at?
40 gold.
Alright,
Holy
tell you what, I will pay you 200 now if you can make that even faster.
Deal.
Not wasting quite a bit of money out there.
So I'm gonna slide 210 gold?
Never seen gold before.
Grabs
200 gold?
That's fucking
grabs the
asinine.
gold and starts just loading it into a bag.
Have I found anything yet?
Can I?
Do I have color options?
There's a wide variety of. Actually, you can go ahead and give me a perception check.
15.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that there's quite a large array of different colors, different shades. You even see that there's different fabric material. You see ones that are made out of more fur. There's also thick wool ones as well.
Alright, I'm gonna grab 2 thick wool ones. Actually, no, I'm gonna grab a thick wool one that's like a blue. And then a fur one, if the outside, if there's anything that has like green on the outside.
Okay.
If it's fur lining.
Sure.
I'm gonna pop my head out and pull them out. Hey, Kaz, which one matches my eyes better?
What colors were they again?
It's like a blue, one's blue, one's green.
Wait.
Should I grab
Your
another color?
eyes.
Her eyes are green.
Oh, my eyes are, they're like a green and a gold.
Well, obviously the green is matching your eyes, though I would say the blue is rather complementary to your complexion.
Alright, so this will make me pop more.
Yeah, I would believe that will make you pop more.
Alright, great. I'm gonna go back. Put the
And
arm back and I'm gonna put the blue
You're
on.
also looking for
Yeah.
cloak.
But I'm gonna be like, do any of these cloaks do anything? Are they just regular cloaks?
They're just cloaks.
They're just.
They keep you warm.
Yes, they do.
That is something that it does. If you're in the back looking at cloaks, I need you to give me a perception check as well.
I look for gloves too while I'm back.
I got 11.
Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
you find a pair of gloves.
Oh, okay.
What'd you get?
4, but you already said I found them, so it's too late.
You did. You did find them. I was just curious on what you got.
Alright. I got what I came for.
I'll just grab like a brown one. Like a. Not too heavy, but not too light, you know? Something that will still keep me warm.
Okay.
Cloak has a hood, yes.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, I guess I didn't get a name here. What was your name?
Giblix.
Giblix.
Hey.
Alright, Giblix, what time should I be back for my coat and gloves and scarf?
Well, since you're now number 1 on my mission list, then I suppose tonight.
Fantastic. A rather quick worker and a fine worker at that.
Mm-hmm.
Giblets, when should I expect mine? Exactly.
You did not pay the extra,
Right.
which means you're behind all my other commissions.
Right.
7 days.
How long are we
Hey,
here?
hey, Fauna, you know there's a whole stock back there, things that are already made, right, mate?
Is that really?
I'm like pulling around the cloak I just put on.
I'll go back there. Do they have anything more size?
No, they do not, but you could hem it.
Right.
How much for the cloak and the gloves?
Cloak and gloves. Let's see here. Let me just pull out my book. 8 gold.
Could I get a discount if I tell you have beautiful eyes?
$9 gold.
That's not. Deal. I'll give her 9 gold. For him.
I'll go back there and I'll grab a cloak.
Give me a perception check.
Oh, 4.
Tell her she got a fat ass.
I'm going to go out and
16.
16. Okay. As you're going back and you're looking through the cloaks, you hear a odd sound. You hear...
I follow the sound.
As you follow the sound, you find under one of the baskets filled with loose fabric. You pull it aside, and you see there appears to be a rather elderly man who is tied up and has looks like cloth or fabric shoved into his mouth.
I'll pull out the fabric. Are you alright?
Yeah, I've been kidnapped, and that little shit out there is robbing you blind right now. This is my shop. It's not his shop.
Oh, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not kidding you. Untie me.
I took out my dagger and I cut his bones. Wait, what's he tied up with?
Rope.
Right, I cut his bones. What's
Just cut his hands off.
you cut his buns.
yes?
I thought you were saying bones.
No,
I
bones.
thought I heard balls the first time. I'm like,
I cut his rope. Sorry.
Slice it,
Why don't you come out here with me?
and as you slice it,
Giblets.
Yes.
I got something about here that I found very interesting.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to get that done. Lots of work.
Why don't you take a look here?
turns around, and he sees you standing there with the elderly old man.
Now, Giblets, what have I told you about tying me up and stuffing me back there? You can't keep robbing my customers.
Was this like your son or something?
This is his store. Giblets.
I immediately come up behind Giblets with my rapier out, and I'm going to stick it through his throat.
I'm sorry, what?
It just escalated.
Smallfrost will probably be the one in prison. Oh, he's probably going to be dead or in prison.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to attack.
He's not an initiative, right?
No, he's not.
Here to fucking hear in half a second.
Kill him for no reason.
You're like talking to him like it's his kid. What have I told you?
So,
Cass is like high alert.
Oh my god.
I'm going to take my rapier and I'm going to stick it to his throat.
Okay.
Rolled a 19 plus 6.
It's a hit.
No, I'm not trying to hit him.
Oh.
Wait,
At least you're going to see it through his
No, I'm going to stick it to his throat.
2
oh,
or
it sounds
3?
like through.
Oh,
Okay.
to his throat. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
my
what
god.
the fuck?
Become murder hobos.
You bring your weapon, and
I
you
was
immediately
terrified.
whip it right in front of Giblix's throat. Giblix stops.
My gold right now.
I'll have me go back too.
Shinies.
Right now. Or I will kill
What?
you.
Keep him right there, and I walk up and I start going through his pockets.
He doesn't have any.
Oh,
He's wearing robes.
Check his crevices.
However,
Yes.
the elderly man walks up with you,
Yes, like a horse.
and he grabs the sack of coin on the ground. And he sets it up on the counter.
I will go ahead and I will do all of your work for free. Just please do not report this to the authorities. Giblix is a...
And he grabs Giblix by the back of the neck. He grabs him, turns around, he opens up a cupboard and throws him in there and closes it.
What race is it?
It's funny that you say that. You all know that this is known as a Giefling.
Kiefling.
Giefling is
Keebler
Goblin
tiefling?
tiefling.
is a goblinoid tiefling.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
Are they not allowed in the city or something that we would know about?
No, he just tried to rob all of you.
Okay, so there's not any like regulations or anything as to
No.
where we just said that there's something like that in the shop to get in trouble.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
please just ignore Giblix. I swear he's a nice boy when he's not fascinatedly trying to steal things.
Well, I just handed him over 5 gold earlier for work.
he just said he was going to do it for free.
Right. Did you get your gold back?
I grabbed
It's
my
right
gold.
in front of you on the table.
So I put it right here on the counter.
I grabbed my gold.
Alright, I grabbed me gold also.
Again, I apologize.
I stopped counting my gold.
Just take
Go ahead and
5.
give me a perception check.
Just take 5.
2.
Actually, do an investigation check.
3.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna be like, well, I grabbed this,
9.
but maybe if you're the actual owner, maybe you can actually tell me what I'm looking for. I just want something that'll stretch, but also keep me warm. If I turn into like a war horse,
Well, if that's the case, I would just suggest that you grab a very large cloak.
but I'm a small person.
You might have to wrap yourself up.
I don't...
The times that we've seen him change, has his clothes changed with him?
I don't really wear that many clothes.
What he is wearing, yes.
How do you know what you wear doesn't
It's my gold there.
It's
disappear with the other things you wear? Do you have to go look for your other clothes when you come back?
I don't really have other clothes.
Okay.
You're not walking around naked right now.
Anyways. What's your name?
Yes.
All right. Listen,
I
I'm
know
only
I'm not looking.
watching the shop until my wife gets back from vacation.
Well, okay, so this Giblets keeps tying you up and running your shop. Why do you keep him here?
Because he's my son.
Oh, I was completely joking. I didn't think that was possible at all. I'm sorry, what?
Sometimes when humans procreate with halflings, Giblix is
Oh, so he's like a bastard son.
not a bastard son.
Uh-huh.
We love him. He just has tendencies. It's hard for him to break.
So he reminds me of Camp though.
Okay, so...
You can call me Winston.
Winston. Okay, Winston. Well, your son promised me that my order will be done by tonight.
I heard. I could hear everything from back there.
Fantastic. So my order will be done by tonight.
It will.
And it's all free.
Yes, it's all free.
One coat with 8 pockets on the inside that are dagger long, a scarf, gloves that are tailored to my size particularly. Fantastic.
Yes, I'm looking at Giblix's notes here. He's got stabby pockets for blue man and no coat for booby lady.
Why does everyone keep... Okay, it's fine.
Oh. Never mind.
You can
What, you mean never mind?
erase anything about me, mate.
Nothing.
Nothing.
What
I just
was
want
it?
a cloak and some gloves and a pouch.
I want to try snatch the paper from him.
You want to snatch the
The
notebook?
book, yeah.
Go ahead, give me a.
Sleight of hand.
Yeah, have you do sleight of hand.
Oh, that's a good one.
18. What you got there?
You snatch it out of his hand.
I'm gonna look through it.
All right, booby lady, blue guy.
And then it talks about basically beating up and kicking Fulner.
Oh, Mama, he was gonna beat your ass.
Excuse me.
Look.
Can you let your son out?
It in quote said, "Stupid little man in flabby arms."
Can you let your son out?
Hey, you know what? I'll tell you what. We'll forget all this.
All right.
You sweeten the deal. Do you have any fancy little brooches for my cloak? I want to look a little higher status. Maybe the gold variety.
All right. I will try to sweeten your already very lucrative deal.
Flabby arms.
Perfect. I'm sorry, but he's going to add more to the pot,
Let's
so
go to
we
beach
can let it
you.
go, right?
All right, Winston, we'll be back for our, clothing.
Yes, I have a lot of work to do.
Well, I like the one that I have right here, and then the brown one that I had. How much is this one?
It's free. Just
Oh, it's-
leave. Please leave.
I'm being nice.
Yeah, we just
Just
grab
put-
whatever we want and
Split it
leave.
on, mate.
Yeah, and I'm gonna like swing it on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Spot Ross.
Right, yeah. I'm playing too, I forgot.
Oh God!
Here we
A
are.
Clint
Here's,
Eastwood look on.
here's the Everfield Cup.
Ever-filled cup.
Yes, I've spent a lot of my days here.
Let's
It's
say
Matthew McConaughey.
we get a drink then, old man.
Yeah.
If you're vying for me, go on in.
Yes, let's
Go
go.
on in. Yes, yes.
So I walk into the establishment.
Yes, Matthew McConaughey.
What do I see?
As you walk in, this establishment looks about as boring as Gilbert. It's relatively sad. The business is slow. There's one guy who's sitting at the bar drinking, and there's another guy who appears to be contemplating on whether or not he's going to order something. Looks like he's looking at a menu, talking to one of the servers.
All right, I'm gonna saunter up to the bar and sit down.
As you walk up, you notice that Gilbert moves over to the man drinking. How's the livestock? Doing good? You notice the other one looks over to him.
Every year it just seems to get slower and slower.
Barkeep!
Yes. Yes. Oh, I'm the barkeep.
Oh,
So
what kind of spirits do you have?
we have a nice brown ale.
Brown ale. You have grog.
We have nice brown ale. Good.
We'll have 2 large brown ales.
Very thick barley.
Good, yes. We'll have that.
You notice that Gilbert walks around the corner, fills up 2 cups, walks back, puts one down in front of himself, and puts one in front of you. There we go. Yeah, have a drink. Tell me what you think. I brewed it myself.
I'll drink it.
So fucking creeped out.
Good?
I love this character.
It's how familiar are you with ale?
Well, I'm used to throwing it back. I drink whatever.
How familiar are you with different variety, like different?
I'm not.
You're not. Okay. It's not bad. It's moderate. It's okay. You'd say definitely. Probably upper mid tier for you.
The good brew. Good brew.
Thank you. Family recipe.
Rest up.
Barkeep, tell me this.
Yeah.
Well, what can you tell me of Lockmore?
Well, it's a free state here in Aronia. You get a common good living. However, the taxes are, well, kind of looks around the establishment. They're a little extreme. A lot of us, Well, we really barely scraped by.
If it's a free state, who is taxing you?
Well, the Trade Council still has to maintain import and export, so they tax us on certain things that need to be upkept.
And what do the people of Lockmore think of this?
Yeah, some people love it, some people hate it.
What if Lockmore, all of Aronia, were no longer to be a free state?
Well, there'd be a lot of people that wouldn't quite like it, but I reckon that I'd be okay with it. I got maybe 2-4 more years at best.
Well, what if I were to tell you there's a coup happening to take away the free state status of Aronia?
Oh, that's interesting. Where'd you hear this?
I've heard tales.
I think we're lagging.
There's talk across the country.
I see.
For those loyal to the free state status, where might I find someone like that? You know of anyone?
Well, you just have to talk to most citizens here a lot more.
I apologize. What was that?
Just say talk to most citizens a lot more.
Talk to Lyman said walk more.
No, talk to most citizens a lot more.
Talk to most cities into Lockmore.
Oh my god.
Citizens.
The citizens. Is there a place the citizens gather?
Well, not here in my place.
No. Where would they? Where would I find a large group of people to pass on this news?
Well, I know a lot of people are really expecting to hear a lot from the Trade Council tonight.
Trade? Won't those be people already wrapped up?
Well, everyone's going to be gathering down in the town square. There's going to be lots of feasting, celebrating.
Town square. And when do those festivities begin?
Probably nightfall.
Nightfall.
You'll hear the loud sounds of screaming and hollering. We should be a good time.
Barkeep, how much does this place usually pull in for a night of business?
Oh, here? Usually, how do you say, Phil? How much do we normally do on a good day? I'd say probably, on a good day, probably around 15, 17 silver.
All right. Well, man, I appreciate your company. I'm going to give him a gold piece.
Hey, much appreciated. Thank you.
I think I will go to this town meeting. How would I find where this party with all the people shouting? Where would that be?
Town Square.
Where was that?
The center of town.
That way?
Oh, I guess you're not from here. You just want to head east.
East.
Ah.
All right. Is there anyone I should look for while I'm there? Any suggestions?
It's going to be busy. There's going to be lots of people.
All right. You have a great rest of your night. Tempest be praised. I'll get up. I'll head to town square.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Alright, so that settles the whole entire court ordeal, so... does anybody else have errand running?
I do. You have like a general goods here, perhaps even a component shop.
Component shop. So you want for spells?
Right.
Okay. Give me a second. Give me roll insight for this.
Sure.
5.
okay.
Bad night for us.
You never went to a component shop while you're here. Could be one here. You just don't know if there is one.
There might be one. I'm not entirely too sure. I didn't really stop for spills when I docked here.
All right. Did we already leave the coat shop?
Yes.
Right. Well, I'm sure someone around here knows something. What about a general goods store for like travelers?
So, what are you looking for in a general goods store?
Please don't say diamonds.
I'm not looking for diamonds in a general goods store.
Because I was about to say, you're not going to find diamonds there.
Right. Yeah. I'm not looking for diamonds. Looking for spices.
Spices.
Right. Because apparently this fucking cooking utensils that I bought didn't come with spices.
Because pans, they
Mate.
don't come with
Mate.
spices.
I'll realize that now. Okay.
I don't think you should get spices.
Oh.
You're just going to waste your money because you're going to burn it anyway.
Excuse you, I'm an excellent cook, thank you.
No, you're not.
No,
How
you're
would you
not.
know? None of you fucking ate even my food.
It was burnt.
Not only was
I
it
didn't
burnt,
cook any food.
You didn't even know how to
Lit-
defeather a pheasant.
Oh, right.
I was really hungry, and I was really wanting to get that thing on the fire. Look at what were you trying to do? You trying to put the whole thing on the fire while it had feathers on it.
I'm not small Russ.
Oh, that was small
I'm
Ross.
looking around.
Wow.
Stop around
Do I
the
look
person
like
in the
small
street.
Russ?
Of course you do.
Excuse me.
Big, burly, strong.
No.
Fauna, can you give me an example of what kind of spice you'd like?
Oh, well, you like that cloves and cilantro, like the things that you can
Cilantro is
put.
not a spice.
Just the things in general to give the food taste.
So while the two of you were talking about spices, you
Flavor.
stop a random individual.
Sorry,
Flavor.
excuse me.
I'll take you to Flavor Town,
Don't be
Jezebel.
rude, but it's been a while since I've been here. Do you know if there's a shop for arcane components, anything along those lines?
I ain't never done no arcane myself, but yeah, we do have a sure.
Sure. What general direction is that?
Yeah, just head on down this road, right over there.
Right. Well, you have a nice day. Thank you. Okay. Well, it's down this road over here.
Oh, right. Let's go.
Let's just try to find something that looks like, oh, this is a place where I buy stuff for spells.
Does that have a particular look?
Yeah, it generally just like
Does it look creepy or something?
Smells like sulfur.
Dead animals hanging on the window?
Probably.
What spells do you guys curse?
Is that not normal?
Well, we're gonna walk until we find a.
Okay.
shop.
You guys walk, and lo and behold, it does not take very long at all. And actually, you're quite surprised that you don't remember seeing this when you were here last time, because you can't miss this. You see what looks like a building that has a large sign on the outside. In fact, the sign is overly done. It's gaudy. It covers most of the building front face. It is of a giant buck-toothed halfling with long, curly hair and a massive top hat.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I remember that.
And you recognize this as the individual from the ring that was put on you guys and Fallner.
All right. Well, we found a magic shop. Get on. Get in there. Get your diamonds.
I recognize it.
Oh, you know exactly who that is. This is one of Bobby Tom's many branches.
Well, doesn't
I'm
that look
going to
like a
walk
happy
in.
fellow?
Well, go get your magic diamonds.
I go in.
I'm going in. I'm already in.
I'm gonna follow right behind.
As all of you walk in, you notice that a male blonde seems to pop his head up. He's got very slim body. His face rather round. Very innocent looking, probably in his mid-20s. Walks forward. Oh, hi. How can I help you all? You all here for spells? all of you spellcasters?
Kind of.
Well, yes, I guess you could say that.
I am.
All right. What type of what can I help you all with? We looking for?
I'll take out the component pouch and I'll put it on the table. I'm in need of refilling some of these things.
Components. Yes. We do have a good vast majority. If you're willing to pay the price.
I am. So I'm looking for starters. I'm looking for a pearl.
Pearls. Honest, one of the best places in all of Avondale to look for a pearl because you're in Aronia. Pretty much can't go anywhere without finding them. We have some pearls.
Well, excellent. Looking for that. I'm looking for diamonds or a diamond.
All right, we do have diamonds as well. Those will be pricey.
Excellent.
Excellent.
And then finally, I'm looking for. Doesn't have to be big, mind you. A red dragon scale.
Red dragon scale. All right. We also do have a few variety of different colored dragon scale. However, that is also going to be quite expensive. It's one of our more rare components.
I'm willing to trade, possibly,
if you do, if you wish, we do. Are always looking for certain components. You perhaps wouldn't happen to have any sort of vegetation or plants from the abyssal plane, would you?
Well, the only plant I have on me is a Barduna plant.
I would be willing to trade that for the pearl.
Excellent. Yeah, we could do that.
So he reaches into his pocket. He pulls out large gloves.
All right.
Oh, he's prepared.
They are not. It is not. Right now. It's not been. It's fresh, right? Basically.
It's a fresh Barduna plant. That's
well. It's the
where
leaves.
did you acquire
it's
that?
the leaves.
It's probably pretty wilted.
It probably
by
has
now.
some seeds in it. I don't know. Open up your pocket. It's in there. I can't touch it myself.
all right.
Because
You've been walking around with that in your. You know it excretes oil, right?
I knew that after I touched it and put it there.
Let me just. He reaches in, grabs it. All right. I'll put this somewhere safe and let me grab you a pearl.
Thank you.
What do you need a pearl for?
Or so I can identify things.
Comes back.
So like items. I can tell you exactly what school of
I'm like
magic.
holding
is
up my
on.
necklace as a pearl on it.
Well, it's probably not big enough.
He returns with a pearl the exact same size as Jezebel's.
Oh, right. Okay. Does it work for what I need it for?
It's just a component.
His pearl?
Right.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm so happy you have that, Jezebel. Put that in the component pouch. The diamond, perhaps. So,
All right. So now, unless you have anything more else to trade,
I have. I take out 2 of the 3 glass gnomes I stole.
what?
I'll have these. They look like diamonds. Are they worth
Grabs
it?
them. He still sees the metal sprocket that's attached to him. Are these drawer handles?
Maybe. Are they worth anything?
No. Maybe to a craftsman, possibly, but not here. Then
Okay, I can take them back. Alright, so how much is the diamond and the red dragon?
they'll probably run the diamond about 300 gold.
What? Do you have any smaller diamonds? Not-
That is what our going rate is for diamond.
Really?
We do not typically carry multiple variety in size.
Okay. Interesting. How much for...
We cut them here, so they are all identical.
I see.
My lord.
And how much for the red dragon scale as well?
Red dragon scale will cost around 800 gold.
You're fucking kidding me.
Well, if you want, you can go try to get a red dragon scale yourself.
I might. It might be cheaper than that.
I assure you it wouldn't be.
So while he's trying to complete how to pay for these things, you wouldn't happen to have a grasshopper's hind leg and a feather?
Oh, yes, both of those would be... We have those. 2 copper each.
Fantastic. I do 4 copper. And
He moves, goes, grabs the components, comes back, and gives them to you.
oh, fantastic.
Do be careful with the grasshopper's hind leg. It is lacquered, so it shouldn't break, but I recommend putting that in some sort of glass clasp.
Do you have a glass clasp?
I certainly do. It would be 5 silver.
All right. 5 silver it is then.
Let me go grab that.
Quite the salesman. All right. Well, are you gonna get your diamond?
Alright, so how about this? I don't imagine you get a lot of people coming through here.
Well, a lot
Magic
of people
isn't
coming here.
exactly very. Magic isn't exactly common, so like, I got an idea.
Well, a lot of people come here for Bobby Tom's magical gifts and also his
Listen.
practical joke items.
Listen,
Bobby Tom is one of the greatest wizards I've ever met.
Good old Bob
Oh,
Tom.
that's
Everyone knows him.
fucking kidding me.
I have one of his rings.
Oh, you have which one is it? Is
It's
it the
like a demon.
yes. The devious devil delight. It's a great, fantastic ring.
But you have that.
Okay,
It's funny that he doesn't even say anything about it. It's like he doesn't even
I'll tell you what. How about with the diamond and the red scale together, 800 gold.
So you want the diamond for free then?
That is literally what you said.
I feel as though you are not accustomed to haggling.
I'm extremely accustomed.
Come on, he's a bard. He knows what he's doing.
Okay,
What's the
I
plan
will
here?
give you a ultimate or an alternative here. 1,000 gold for both of them.
Well, that is a bit better. No, it's not. quick math. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It's
It's
100
300.
gold cheaper.
How about 950? 950, you get yourself a returning customer every time I need a new component.
Okay. This is.
Painful.
Do you have the golden nightfall now?
Not right now, but after we get paid, I will.
So
No.
they just get it after you get paid.
Well, since it's your first time here, I was offering you a decency discount. But I'm going to stand solid. 1,000 gold for both of them.
Alright, fine. I see you cannot be shaked. Alright. 1,000 gold. I will be back after I get paid. Probably in the morning.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Where's
Quite.
he stand? Is he like behind a counter or something?
Quite welcome. Yes, yes.
I'm gonna go to the counter. Alright, I need a couple things. I need a bottle. I need some salt. And I need a new eye. Petrified. You got that?
A newt eye. Awesome. And also you need a bottle.
Just a glass bottle.
And you said some salt.
Salt.
Yes. All right. Grab some of those. Comes back. He sets the items down. Altogether, these here will be... We are starting to run out of newt eye. It is getting relatively low, so altogether this is only going to be 1 gold.
How many more new eyes you got left?
I think right now we only have 2 more.
I'll take them all.
You'll take them all. All right. Very well. Comes back and he puts them down. Altogether, that's going to be 2 gold.
Alright. Hand it to him.
So, how many diamonds do you have?
How many diamonds do I have?
Yes.
Well, how many are you trying to buy?
Well, depends on how you have.
Do you keep inventory?
We do. It's just
I'm not the character. I'm not really saying that.
it's typically unnerving when someone comes in and asks me specifically how many diamonds we have. We have more than enough. It's not something that is sold commonly every day.
Tell you what, Fauna. 1 diamond, please.
1 diamond. All right, 300 gold then.
What are you getting at?
He goes and grabs a diamond, comes back. It's just nice.
Okay. So,
Actually,
Oh,
Oh, this boy got a diamond. Props.
It's right above me.
alright, minus 300 gold.
How's it going, chat?
fine, thank you.
Chat.
I'm
How's it
good,
going,
thanks.
Chat.
I'm good, thanks for asking. really over this scene.
I just want it to end.
I want to end.
all right. He comes back. This right here is our standard diamonds. So, I think this would be more than sufficient.
300 gold?
300 gold.
Alright, here you go.
There you
Thank you. Alright, that's over with.
Well, I'll still be coming back for
Good to know. What
Red
other things like the ring do you have?
Oh, for the practical jokes,
Yes.
take a look around. They most of them have description on what they do.
Oh, they do? Can I roll perception?
Sure.
how much you want for that.
Oof. Big.
You want 300? Go for it.
We'll figure it out. I'm just sick of hearing you talk about diamonds.
I'm going with Lavender. So
I
look at the
got-
pranks.
Thank you.
Okay.
At 7. I got
What makes you
7.
think after I get that I'm going to stop talking about diamonds?
Why are you fucking yourself?
Jesus Christ.
I think diamonds are the future, mate. The future currency. Just look at it. Look how expensive it is, and it's just so small.
Yeah, my God. I got a 7. Can we just...
Okay.
I rolled 2.
Tell you what.
I got a 3.
Yikes.
I'll figure out a price before the night's over.
All
To be able
right.
to read.
Okay. You find there's tons of items here, but one that you particularly see that you really gravitate towards is called Boots of the Upside Down.
I'm gonna go read the description.
You read the description. It says anyone who wears these boots will immediately have all their movements be reversed.
Sounds terrifying.
How much is it?
It is being sold for 150 gold.
Oh, that's too much.
It's an expensive prank.
It is, but it can be very useful, like the ring.
What do I find?
What'd you roll?
She rolled a 3.
A 3.
Let me see what we got here. Because I made quite a few of these items.
Why?
Oh, should we roll the D100?
Six.
It's actually pretty cool.
The diamond. Oh, you're married.
Married.
Oh. It's not a big rock.
That looks like a repop.
No. That is a wedding ring.
You find a
Okay.
jar
With
of what
blood
looks like
on
some
it.
sort of red seasoning, and it says Fire Elemental Pepper.
Good. How much?
It's 50 gold.
I'll take it. Hey, is this in the sight of the shop owner? Or is he watching us?
Yeah, he can see you. You're in full view.
Alright. We'll hold on to it.
All right. He sees you pick it up.
Do you have anything like healing potions?
Yikes.
We can do healing potions. We typically make them at request. Potions don't last very long.
How long do they typically last?
Well, healing potions typically go sour after about 48 hours.
48 hours.
Yes, it's made with rather fresh, organic components. What do you think? You're just going to find a potion in an old dungeon?
So, Fauna, I don't think if you can't afford a diamond right now,
I can afford a diamond right now.
so why didn't you just
Why
buy it?
you're asking
I'm
so
trying
many
to get,
questions?
I was trying to get it together and get it for cheaper.
You're terrible at haggling. You understand that, right?
Oh, this is quite entertaining.
So,
While this is going on really quick, I want to kind of like shuffle so I'm like facing a shelf or something, and I want to take the glass bottle I just got and pour some of that stuff and just a little bit into it.
Give me a
and
sleight
put
of
it back
hand.
on the shelf.
Oh god.
okay.
You know what's cheaper than haggling? Free.
Okay.
So, we're done here. We got your diamond.
I mean, she got
9.
You got a natural 1.
Oh my God! Thank you, Jesus.
So,
Alright. I just want to take about like this much.
he's completely immersed in watching these two go back and forth.
Okay, we have your diamond.
Right.
What spell is this for?
Chromatic orb.
Okay.
I've done it once on accident. But I don't have a diamond, so I can't keep on doing it.
So you want to cast a spell that you've only you cast once
Right.
on accident.
Yeah, I kind of burned down a room in the college.
Okay, so and then what's the red dragon scale for?
It's called
Come on, Bod. Educated.
Agonizer Scorcher.
What's that?
Agonizer Scorcher.
Try saying that again.
Agonizer Scorcher.
I don't think I got that. What was it called again?
It's a fire spell, mate.
Alright, so. So, 300 gold.
Alright. What was the purpose of that? I could have done that with him.
Exactly. And we could have left by now.
So what's stopping me from just buying another one? You just could screw it out and have a diamond.
That's fine, because I can cast the same damn spell.
Alright, so what is going on here? Alright, 300 gold. Here.
Alright, let's leave.
Okay,
Take
please.
his money.
Oh my god, all of it.
Here we go. Don't throw diamonds around willy nilly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all for coming in. And that was a rather interesting display of shopping. I appreciate your business.
Thanks, the nude eyes. I'm leaving.
Thanks for the diamond.
Okay.
I put it in the pouch and I fasten it back to
Okay.
myself.
So you successfully stole, let's say, 2 doses of it.
Why do I have a feeling why you can't get into cities?
Oh, it's much worse than that.
All right, Small Bros.
Yes.
You've made your way to the center of town.
Right.
It's not what you expected, but there is quite a bit of activity, movement going on here. People have started to create, looks like tables, looks like party tents. They seem to be getting ready to do some sort of feast, almost like a festival is about ready to take place. In the center, there's a rather large, it's a fountain, also a well. It's a statue of a humanoid figure. He appears to be holding a telescope or a periscope. What is
Telescope.
Can't remember what it's called. The singular one. It's not a periscope.
Kaleidoscope.
That's also not it. Close though.
Kaleidoscope.
Close. But yeah, he's looking through a looking glass.
Oh, shapes.
And appears to be wearing a naval attire.
Now, do these look like they look like official people, or are they
Look like townsfolk.
commoners?
Townsfolk.
Was it
Their
spy
stage or
glass?
anything?
Yeah, there is actually a stage.
I'm gonna walk up to the statue with the guy with the looking glass.
Okay.
Are there any engravings or anything like that?
There is a placard. Basically, if you go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Chat said spyglass or speculum. Is that what you're thinking?
Speculum. Speculum. Work. Yeah.
14.
Okay, 14. So, as you're reading this, it looks like there's a monument. Seems to be was erected in basically admiration to this individual known as Hepatus.
Been there.
Do I know of anything of Habitus?
A or B.
Matthias?
B or C.
No, nope. Just Hepatus.
It's Habitus.
This individual was granted basically the founder of Aronia.
Founder of Aronia. Good feel. Good feel. All right. I'd like to go into the most visual part of the town square before I make a proclamation.
All right. There seems to be a stage that is erected. It's in plain view of everyone else.
What have we done? I'm going to get up on the stage. Town people of Lockmore.
People's don't. How loud are you being?
As loud as I can.
Okay.
As an orc.
As soon as you start yelling, people start turning and looking towards you.
I'm not from this country, but I come as a bearer of things that might happen. Right now, you are known as the Free State, one of the great free states of Aronia. But there is a villainous force in the north that thinks they can take your freedom away from you. They would like to spit on the memory of Hepatus. People, I tell you, tonight you shall find out that Venalia will try to take you over. And I say, do not go quietly into the night.
No.
But be ready. Be armed to protect what is yours.
He should have said hepatitis.
That is all.
Notice that there's basically a group of people that are staring at you. One guy starts to slowly clap and then stop as no one else is clapping. And
Don't clap for me.
And then finally someone's like, get the fuck off the stage!
I'm here trying to save you all. I'm trying to be someone who can let you know what's going on. I'm a messenger of Tempest.
Get off the stage, fanatic!
You get off the stage! I want to get off the stage. I choose to get off the stage. I don't understand.
In fact, I need everyone to give me a perception check.
A natural 20.
4.
It's you.
9.
Alright. Lavende, specifically you hear Smavros yelling from where you're at.
Oh no.
You can hear something about the fall of Venalia and also something about hepatitis. You can't quite...
Who's hepatitis?
What? Sorry, what?
I can hear Small Versus yelling again. He's doing
You can
the
hear
thing.
Small Ross yelling.
Yes, you don't hear him. He's
How long has that been going on?
He just is.
He's still yelling. You hear it.
He's still yelling.
Can I hear it when he says
You
something?
can follow it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can start to hear it now that he's pointing it out.
Okay.
I forgot about him, to be honest.
Well, let's just probably the part where he goes to jail.
Barry sort of starts to speak up.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
fuck,
Oh,
Barry.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, Barry, don't do that.
Can I just be able to freely speak when I want? Or
I've never told you that you can't.
well,
You're like a ghost.
Oh, it's one of my many qualities.
Not talking or being like a ghost.
Both.
You can talk whenever you want.
All right. Well,
It's very
that's
dead.
fantastic. I can now talk. I was going to say things when we were in the magic shop, but all of you seemed like you had it handled. So
What were we going to say?
I was going to see if I could borrow one of those prank things.
Which one?
Yeah, the one with the springs.
What did it do, Barry?
It was a cushion that when you sit on it, it launches you into the air.
How would you utilize that in a prank? You put it in a carriage or something?
I'll put it in someone's chair and watch them sit down on it.
How much gold was that, Barry?
75 gold.
That seems like not a great idea to
Oh,
buy
gold.
that. Where are you going to buy it?
Just think about it. No, maybe.
You
Maybe.
know what? If you have some downtime while here, you go back and you take it whatever way you want.
I'm going to pat and then pull the ring out because I think we got it back from you from
Yeah, you were
Frankie.
popping it on and off.
So and I'm gonna hand the ring to him. This is a prank. There you go. Don't put it on.
Oh, this is one of those prank rings. You stole this. Wow, you good? I don't even see you do it.
Yes, I
Good.
Thank you.
I'm just behind him like,
I'm a first class thief.
All right,
a rogue in the night.
Hey, yeah, what's isn't that small rules yelling?
Yes.
that's where we're headed, Barry.
Okay. We'll start walking towards the direction of his yelling.
I was leading.
Can we hear what he's yelling about? Can we pick up words?
Yeah, you guys can hear him yelling about the
Smelling
fall of Analia
And
and
hepatitis.
yeah, something about hepatitis.
What is hepatitis?
I don't know. That's what I ask. I don't know. He's yelling again, and he's
You
only
guys
yelling.
make your way there. You guys can now see him basically getting off the stage as someone was yelling, "Get the fuck off the stage!"
Why does he do this?
It was me.
Small bro.
It was-
Oh, what do you guys?
Wow,
see?
you just teleported over there.
Small bro.
Is it-
Small.
Approach small bros.
okay.
God.
I'll meet them.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to warn these people of what's about to happen.
They don't care.
And that is.
That Vanalia plans to take them over.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, since when?
How do you know that's a bad thing?
Well, all things Vanalia are bad.
Isn't that where you're from?
I just.
No.
Don't they worship?
Zakund.
Oh, they worship Tempest. They're your friends.
Aren't you supposed to be meeting Braxian?
Who's Braxian?
I don't care about any of this anymore. Can we go get a drink? Can we do that?
Braxton Ragewing.
Oh my god.
I could use a drink.
The conversation is
There we
continuing.
go.
I would be down for a drink. Also, we need to find out where we're staying tonight. I don't know if you all have a place to stay, but
Or we don't. We kind of just got done shopping.
Well,
You got done shopping.
I'm pretty certain that the sovereign of Finalia.
I got done
Oh
shopping
well,
also,
sorry,
but
not a
mine's
Finalia.
Actually, no, he
But
could
the
afford to
sovereign
shop.
of-
So,
Oh, you
Cass, I think.
borrowed from Cass.
Lockmore and
But then you give him what they do,
Baronia
like, didn't make any
will
sense.
be able to put us up for the
Or
night.
anything.
Oh, isn't that
Gold?
Ventus?
You had the gold?
Yes.
I did have the gold.
Yes, it's Ventus.
Yeah, what's
I
happening here?
have to go back in.
after we
Get
get
the red
paid,
buttons.
there's no reason for us to continue business with Ventus.
Well, we are gonna go to that ball, but
Right.
I kind of feel like that's a horrible idea to bring you along.
I'm not
Why?
gonna go to that. by
You
the
just
way.
were
You don't
shouting.
get paid then.
No,
That's
we don't have. He said we don't have to go to get paid. He
Yeah, we
says
just
You
not.
have to go there to pick up the money.
Well, Fawn can just pick it up for me.
True.
You trust Fauna with that much
I
gold?
know how much
Good
you.
to have That's a lot of gold on one person, one tiny
There we
person.
go.
You can.
Wait, no, Barry can't go.
Jezebel, you can trust me.
So, also, it'll be about, if you guys notice on your character sheets, is 1 pound per 50 coin. These are picking up 10,000 gold each.
I got the
Each?
chest.
Oh,
don't
sorry,
worry.
10,000 gold.
I was gonna say
But
each.
each of you will have to split that up.
1 pound equals 50 coins.
So it's 2,000 apiece.
2,000
Divide by
apiece.
50.
Ooh, that's way more manageable.
Math.
Well, for me,
How many
I'm
pounds?
fine with that.
40 pounds.
I think
I'd buy
Leave
that.
up. No.
2,050. That's about 200 pounds
Yeah, of gold.
of gold.
Wait, yeah. That's what I meant.
Mike can come with me. We'll see.
Well,
Can you handle taking my share?
I could try. If not, if you send Barry, I could maybe he can help.
I don't
We
know if
can't
it's
go.
Barry and I both can't. We can't make it.
How do you plan on getting your gold?
wait,
I
why can't you go pick up your gold?
Only knows why.
I know why. Not your business.
Okay, fine. Why don't
Who
you?
cares?
Well, I wasn't gonna take it that far, but
You two can go do whatever you need to do, and we'll get our gold.
Right.
I don't know if I would trust him.
Well, I certainly don't want him picking up my gold.
Oh,
that's for sure.
absolutely not.
So, where are you guys going? Get a drink?
We're gonna go get a drink.
Okay.
Maybe lighten up these bags.
Jezebel, could you give me a stealth check?
Stealth?
Yes.
It's a 4 again. It's a fucking 4 again. What is this shit?
It's
8.
moving.
So, as you guys are walking
You
towards
fucking
one
bitch
of
if I
the,
don't need Ricky
I would
Bobby.
have had my hood up too and the cloak I just got.
as you guys are walking towards there, you notice that 2 guards begin to approach, and as they do, one of them kind of stops and goes, "Hey, I think I know her." Points over towards Jezebel.
Keep walking. Walk faster. Walk faster.
Hey, stop!
Does it sound like they're talking to us?
Yeah, they're definitely looking in your direction too.
I'll stop and turn around.
Hey, you group, stop! Hey, take your hood down. I can get a better look at you.
Hey, what is this about?
I think I know who
I
your
start
friend...
approaching the guards. Excuse me, boys. Sorry.
Pulling my freaking
Don't I?
Pulling my axe off my back.
Oh god, no!
Oh, now, alright. Ain't no reason to get violent here.
Oh no, I know these two. We spent a night together. That's right.
What?
But yes, we had a rather long night. The two of us.
Give me-
Yes, is this
give-
one of your whores?
Give me a deception check.
I'll be a natural 20.
Uh, 14.
Rolled for both of them, and
Yeah, you remember, right? It was that night where... Oh, God, yeah. Oh, no.
Did I get natural ones?
While he's doing this,
Can I cast I think it's insinuation?
Yeah, insinuation. Like insinuate.
Yeah, I think I remember you.
Oh, did you want to go out on a town tonight again?
Ooh.
That's why you stopped me, right?
No, we're talking about her right there.
I could have sworn that you wanted to go another go.
I'm gonna kind of get behind small grass while this is going on so I can cast it.
go ahead. What's the save for it?
It's a wisdom save.
You're casting it once or twice, or is it?
Once. It's yeah.
And it looks like they need
One
to
creature.
Beat, and it looks like they need to beat 14.
Yeah.
They need to beat 14.
Okay, you succeed.
Oh my god.
so they take 1d12 of psychic damage.
What the?
Psychic?
Oh, it's an attack.
Yeah, that's also like.
Well, it makes it so they can't make impairing their ability to make decisions. So they have to succeed a saving throw or be incapacitated.
And they also take a D12.
And at the end of each of its turns, it takes 1d12 psychic damage.
Okay.
Psychic damage is.
So this is how this is gonna go.
No, well, I don't need to spend time with you. We just need it.
Oh my! Are you okay? Your friend is having compulsions.
That's what you do.
Jesus, fuck, what's wrong with you, mate? Come on, let's move. You go. Just get out of here.
Is there a disease going on in this city?
Oh,
Hepatitis, I
my.
think. All right.
All first full circle.
You notice that the guard takes the foaming, seething
I'm immediately continuing to go.
individual
Well,
away.
What was that about?
I don't know. Actually, I don't actually remember having sex with either one of those men, but it tends to work.
Now, that being said, you all finally make your way to bar. You guys spend, unless you guys had anything else you were going to do, you guys wait out your time before you have to go to the Castle Stens.
I did want to talk to the tavern keeper a little bit.
Okay.
When I get my drink, I was going to ask, have you, is there any news, anything about, surrounding countries, anything big happening? Have you heard anything?
She looks towards you. Well, there's the war that's going on up north with Kravoy and Venalia starting problems.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, you guys are all in the bar.
Really, that's interesting. Have you heard anything that happened in Gutterport?
No, but there are rumors going around about something happening there, but no
Right.
one's being really specific.
We just came from there.
Oh, so do you know what happened?
Yeah. It was an assassination attempt.
What are you talking?
Right? By a dastardly
I'm gonna smack him.
a duck.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Roll to hit him.
8. That's
Yeah, unarmed, I think.
gonna be a 19.
The hits.
Roll damage.
It's just a flat number.
Yeah, what's the flat number? It's your
2.
2.
Or sorry, that's 16. So unarmed strike 16. So 2 damage.
You're unarmored is 16?
No, it's 16 to hit.
Oh.
Okay.
That's 2 damage.
What the fuck was that for?
Hey, Fauna. Diamonds.
What about it?
Faulkner, you were onto the right place. Ma'am, do you know that Venalia plans to take over your free state?
I'm sorry. Come again?
Hey, Small Bros. Maybe we should just order a drink and then save that for later. Let's get a
No,
few winners.
no, it's my business. I need it in the city.
I don't.
Well, I feel like if you
What
get a
is the
drink in
big
you
deal?
first, it will help you to like warm up the vocals so you sound a little bit more impressive.
I want you to run those lines in your head.
Right. Well, how about I say it and you listen.
Lady, be
Next
wary of trusting Venalia. Like, the mini wars they're in, they cannot be trusted.
Could I get an ale while we're doing this?
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you guys have been sitting here for a while, so you guys are basically killing the day here. How heavy did you guys want to go on the drinking?
I'm just got 2.
I'm not drinking at all.
Okay, not drinking at all.
Just like one.
I'll have a couple.
He's 11. He doesn't drink.
Okay, so you guys go ahead and subtract.
Get him an apple juice.
Say
With apple juice.
accumulatively 30 copper.
Fucked up on apple juice.
How much?
30 copper.
Split between 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 15?
15 each?
So now night has fallen. You guys can start to hear the sounds of festivity music playing in the distance. Town square is hopping. Pretty much everyone's out just to enjoy this. This is considered the getting close to the end of the year. This is where they're going to pretty much bunker down for the winter and get ready for the preparations of next spring. What would you all like to do?
Well, I want to go and start heading towards the castle.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. We should head towards the castle.
I'm going to stay at the tavern. Just have them meet me back there when they're done.
Actually, you said it's night?
Yeah, it's night.
I'm gonna go pick up my order.
Okay. You go ahead and pick that up before you leave.
Jezebel, I have a disguise kit.
Is it
I'm
your
going
costume?
to.
No, it's like
So is the coat and all that fit to?
It's all done.
Okay. I put it all on, including my scarf, and
it's like cosmetics, hair dye, small props.
I'm not dyeing my hair.
So everyone besides for Jezebel makes their way towards Castle Stens.
Yes.
Can change
You
your physical appearance.
All arrive. You can see that the guest list here is relatively small. Not too many people here. However, the individuals you do actually see walking in there look to be actually quite wealthy. They are dressed nice. They are not the same type of common folk that you've seen down in the streets of Lockmore. You all approach the front entrance.
yes.
As you approach the front entrance, you guys notice that 2 guards stop both of you as you approach.
I'm going to assume that you're here with Fentis.
Yes, we are here to,
Receive our wages for a job done.
You guys are good. Go in.
alright. I walk right in.
As you walk in, you are immediately greeted to the nice, warm interior glow of fires and candles that are lit all throughout the room. This place is filled with a main banquet table, just one large table. It's adorned with silverware and food already placed out. In fact, you can see that some of the guests have already started helping themselves to the food. And there is also small gatherings and pockets of socialization going on between people right now. In fact, you actually can see Fentis standing talking with someone as Barry's standing beside him.
I'm going to go and approach Fentis.
All right. Fentis notices you coming and goes, great, you're here.
Well, everything seems fine so far.
Everything is lined up perfectly. This should go exactly as we hoped it could. So, I'm assuming you're here for your coin.
Oh, yes. I think we're all here. Actually, I don't think Jezebel came with us, so...
Well, that's fine. Like I said, I'm assuming that you're all part of the guild, so I'll just give you the gold and you can all divvy it up amongst yourselves.
Alright.
Did you all decide on whether or not you're going to stay for the meeting?
Yes, I might as well see this through for my own personal...
You said there was food involved.
No, go ahead, help yourself right now.
I'll go up and start eating.
I'm gonna go too.
Alright. Small Ross, feel free to eat if you wish.
Thank you.
As Small Ross walks off, he looks towards Kaz. Is Small Ross still alright?
He was shouting in the town square about Vanalia, so no, I don't think he's off that whole entire Vanalia must burn.
Well, maybe it might be for the best then after our ordeal. We part our ways and consider ourselves good comrades and friends.
Yes. Well, don't mind me. I'm just going to make sure that a dagger doesn't fly in your bag before I get my gold.
Barrick stands forward and goes like, "Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that."
I don't know. Fentis has a tendency to go to parties where people want to kill him, so...
You are not wrong. Hopefully tonight we can change that.
Alright, well. So to keep my eyes open.
We have maybe 20 minutes. So if you want to eat, have fun.
I think I am just going to observe.
So you look around and you can see that it is essentially exactly how Fentus is describing this. This is filled with rich merchants that are here discussing on who's going to pay for what, how much is really being shoveled in and out of the city, and what the tax money will be divvied up to be used on.
Since I am kind of listening in, and I will probably have to roll for this, but I do want to lead. I want to listen for. It's one of my rogue features. I want to listen for a thieves' cant.
Okay.
I want to listen for someone talking in jargon.
So, all throughout your time sitting down there, you don't hear anyone talking in jargon.
Okay.
All right. Father, you're eating?
I am.
Small Ross, what are you doing?
I'm eating and paying attention. Mostly meat.
I have a plate full of cheese.
Small Ross, you feel a slight tug on your arm.
I look down.
You notice that it's Jundle.
Who?
Is Fentus's son.
Oh! Jindal. What is a boy?
Hello, mister.
Small Ross.
Hello, Small Ross. I just wanted to, thank you for, helping, my dad, get back, my sister.
I kneel down to his level. It was the right thing to do. Tempest guided my actions. I did exactly what Tempest wanted to, and it came out in his favor.
Okay.
I'll put my arm on his shoulder. Jendal, there's no reason to thank me. Thank Tempest.
He sort of looks up and just kind of stares at the ceiling. And as he does, you notice that Barrick kind of moves over and like, Jendal, go upstairs with your sister. Come on.
I stand back up. Younglings.
The kid was just trying to thank you, Small Ross.
Right.
He doesn't get. Where did you learn about Tempest?
Where did I learn about Tempest?
Yeah.
In one of the nomad temples in Zakund.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know of any nomad temples.
Well, they're there. How familiar are you with Zakund?
Well, I have fought quite a few times in Eastwatch.
Eastwatch, you say?
Yeah. To orc raids.
Might have been a chance we were on opposite sides then.
It's possible.
I have a deep burning vendetta against Eastwatch.
Why is that?
Because it wiped out the only family I had.
You know, the orcs of Zagoon relentlessly attack Eastwatch.
This is our land.
That's why Palkareg was formed.
I hope Palkareg can protect them from the vengeful heart of Smavros.
So you just want to just kill anybody, any country?
No! Eastwatch.
I thought you wanted to destroy Venalia.
Venalia will fall.
You sound more like an agent of chaos.
Hmm?
You sound like an agent of chaos.
I'm an agent of Tempest. Devout agent of Tempest.
Alright, well, one day, I'm sure Tempest will show you that love back.
Thank you. Tempest be praised.
Barrick walks away, just shaking his fucking head. You notice that a large man, he's bald, he's got huge, adorned, jeweled necklace around his neck. Kind of takes a step forward. Fentus, I know that you like to dabble in all of these unnecessary formalities, but could we please just get along with this meeting so that I can return
to my estate.
Fentis sort of, yes, we can go ahead and start. He looks towards you and everyone else. If you all would come follow me into the chamber room, we can begin our meeting.
Can I bring my food?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, I'm going to follow.
I'll follow the food too.
All right. You notice that everyone funnels their way into this chamber room. It's a large rectangular room. There's looks like a meeting table, tables and chairs. You notice that Fentis sits at the head. The other councilmen kind of sit off on the sides, and then there's someone who sits across from Fentis. You see Barrick walk over and take his place to the right of Fentis. Kind of looks and gestures towards you guys, and
I'll take his left.
where's Smallvross, Lavende, and
I'll sit over there also.
Volner doing?
Send
I'll stand to his right.
Okay.
right behind.
All right, now we can go ahead and get this all started.
I'm sorry. Why is it that you are sitting at the head of this table here?
Well, typically, yes, we do not have anyone sitting at the head of the table because no one is actually running or in charge of this country, but that more or less is the issue. You notice at this point, the door opens up, servers walk in, they start setting down, looks like meal trays for each councilman. All of you, the ones that are unaware or blind or your informants are poor at their jobs, Prince Orin was assassinated just outside the boundaries of Gutterport within Aronia. This was a devastating blow to King Anson, and he's not happy about this. The council mumbles,
How exactly is it our fault that King Anson couldn't keep his own son safe? I don't see how this is anything to do with Aronia.
it's a good question. Perhaps because Gutterport itself is a thieving cesspool of gang activity where there hasn't been a honest guard in probably more than 300 years? Listen, we all know how this goes. We are going to sit here, we are going to split up our taxes, and we are going to put them mostly in our pockets while the poor starve. Do you not understand what is going on the eastern end of Aronia? Farmers literally are creating their own militia because they can't stop bandit attacks. Monsters run rampant. We don't even have our own military. We have one of the greatest military naval forces in all of Abendor, and I would argue even Dreadmorden. If we were to unionize and put ourselves under a formal rulership, we could actually achieve something here. You notice that the councilmen and women begin to start almost, some of them gasping, some of them whispering back and forth to each other.
Oh, Francis, I understand that you do not want to watch Aronia dwindle away into this, but you are of Analia, and that's a biased opinion. I do not think that you should be stating this, because of course you would want to benefit from this.
Again, you bring up such a solid point. Yes. In fact, King Anson has suggested that I would take Aronia as the sovereignty for Venalia. The room goes quiet. One chair slides back, standing up.
This is outrageous! Aronia has been a free state We are under no king, no masters, and I will be dead before I would let any of my funds, my backing, and my men go to you, Ventus.
I am sad to hear that, Councilman. If you all would please take a moment to just vote on this, as we do in any democracy.
He is right.
Some of the councilmen and women just... yes, it is true. We should do a vote. This is, after all, how we do things here. We do not mindlessly just shout extremities at each other. All right. Who all here is in favor of myself being a sovereign of Aronia to rule under Venalia's name? Ventus raises his hand. There's not a single other hand raised. All right. Well, that's pretty much a clear dead vote there. It's the one that made the loud outburst. I told you, Ventus. Not a single one of us would not rather be dead than let Aronia fall under rule of you. Ventus. Yes, that is exactly the point. Hope you're all enjoying your meals. You notice that one of the councilmen drops their spoon, looks towards the soup. You've poisoned us! No. I have not poisoned you. That's typically not my tactic. However, it is obviously in the ballpark. So, I never could quite get the tone down for this anthem that we had for Aronia. At this point, you all hear the sound of footsteps crashing through the mezzanine above you all. Within seconds, you see more than 20 armed guardsmen with crossbows standing over the balconies. As Ventus stands there, this is more my style. And you notice the councilmen, before they can even step back from their table, you hear as a rain and hail of bolts come flying into the center of the room as you watch them become literally turned into pin cushions.
Drop my food.
As they lie there, slumped over onto the table or onto the ground, you see Ventus grab his bread and dip it into one of the councilmen's soup. It would never poison. Good soup. I love broccoli and cream. Barrick looks towards Ventus. We done here? Oh, yes. Yes, we are quite done here. Good job, by the way. And as for all of you, you notice that two of the guards, they put their crossbows down and pull up what looks like a chest as they come work their way down the stairs into the room. And they drop it onto the table, literally sliding into a pool of blood that's starting to well in the center. Here's all of your coin. Feel free to do with it as you wish. Consider yourselves free of any more servitude. And long may my sovereignty reign, I suppose.
Long indeed.
Well, good show, Ventus. Well, hopefully you can turn this country around.
With one person under rule, yes. It will definitely turn around. No longer will I have to deal with corruption, petty squabbling. Now things can be done. Now progress can be made.
I go to the chest. There's like rope handles or...
It's a wooden and metal chest.
Small Ross, I don't think I can lift this on my own. Let's put those muscles through some use.
I'll go over to one side and pick it up.
Pick the other side. Well, if we cross paths again, Ventus, I guess you'll be the sovereign of this country.
For now.
Well, you have a nice night, and pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business as well. And also, I wouldn't recommend going to the north anytime soon. There's a war about ready to start.
Well,
unless war is exactly what you're looking for, then by all means, head north.
I just might have to.
well, I know.
Small Ross Braxian will be here tomorrow morning, by the way, if you still wish to meet with him.
I don't believe I'll need to. Thank you, though, Ventus.
Very well. However, if you still wish to speak with Larician, I can send a letter off to him. He will be expecting you in Neve, if that is where you wish to go. But this is my city. This is my country. You can do whatever you like here.
Well, we'll hold you to that, Ventus. Thank you. All right, boys. Well, if there's nothing else, let's get going.
Sounds good. Thank you for the festivities.
Oh, thank you, Falnar.
Right.
This guy's crazy.
Or start leaving.
Okay. Well, we leave.
And as you walk out, who's the last one out?
I'll be the last one out.
I'm going to be carrying it, so I figure
I'll be the last one out.
As Lavende is the last one to exit the room. You turn your head. You gaze upon this table of dead corpses. Falnar, or Ventus. Looking like a player in a game of Dragon Chess. Sitting. Thinking. Plotting. And that is where we'll end tonight.
Ooh.
So,
everything's going good for me. I've got a story to tell the people of Aronia.
Oh, Lord.
All right, everyone, thank you all for coming in. Apologize for all of the technical difficulties.
It's very unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate. However, it will be fully uploaded on YouTube, edited, so you guys will, unless you guys want to watch the VODs in separate videos. But without further ado, tomorrow we will be back with Chicago by Night, and it will be episode 5.
Episode 5.
And I believe the title is...
Alright, so episode 5 will be Bad Decisions.
Bad Decisions.
So it's about our coterie.
I know, so that's what I said.
So, everyone, as always, like we normally do, remember the best time to tell stories is whenever... It's near dark.